We're still missing one, but he said that the internet's fucking not working where he is at the moment.
Name.
He said that they said it worked just fine, and now he can't get it to work at all. So anyone that's new, anyone who's new to tabletop sim, WASD moves you around, and then you can spin by holding down your right mouse button and moving your mouse.
What's the king rat?
Huh? Don't worry about it. You shouldn't be looking at those anyways, because that's all gonna give.
I was looking at the
away.
models. I like how detailed they are.
Yeah, these are all in base. These are all in base at the moment.
And I was correcting the ones that were flipped upside down.
Yeah, Pro does a lot of that.
I didn't flip any upside down.
No. I'm saying you correct a lot of the ones that I just spawn in and don't care about. Like a toy chest. I just throw them in the fucking corner.
I thought you were saying I flipped them upside down.
No.
Chaos, that wasn't me.
No. I forgot to grab something.
Was it your brain?
That has been missing for a long time. I have not been able to find
So how do I...
It's packed away somewhere, I swear.
So when it is my turn, how do I throw dice in this game?
We can't, because we can't spawn objects.
I can spawn you guys objects.
The DM has to spawn us objects.
I'm just gonna use D&D roller.
Yeah, D&D roller is easier. It will be faster,
Yeah.
but
I'll get the website up. I'm gonna get
Are
the
you
website.
sure it'll be faster?
Player info. Nope. Player books. Yep. D&D dice roller.
Yeah, why is it in books instead of info?
don't know. Yeah, I think I was just.
No, don't care.
I think I was just. I think I was posting stuff in there, and then there. I got ones over here on the red. If you guys really wanted to roll some in game.
On the red. Oh, okay, yeah, this red.
There's a bunch of D20s.
I forget which character is mine. Am I think I'm
Roll.
the brain?
Oh, I want to do something. I want chaos. Whee!
Oh no.
Just rolling all the dice.
There's a bunch of dice if you guys really want to play with some dice in game.
How do you tell what
I'm
size?
good.
Because D4 are the little triangles. These are D8s, I do believe.
I have a feeling
Those
like
are
one of
D8s.
these dipshits fucking mixes
D6
them
are the
up,
standard
them
are the
all.
standard cubes.
Yeah, I
These are
hope I know what a D6
D20s.
is.
These are the D20s. These are D12s.
These are D5.
Those are D20s.
Oh, this is a D4, I guess. This is a
D4.
D8.
That's D8.
Okay, and this is a
10?
10.
D10, I believe.
Hey, a 6.
All right. So, anyways, we pick up where we left off last time. Everyone, fucking attention time. All of us, the ADHD rattled brains, and all of us are fucking having issues. So I did print this thing this week, by the way, if anyone could see it. It is just a simple for rolling dice, so that way I don't have to try rolling them on my tabletop anymore. So I do have some dice here. You guys should know you're in trouble. The fact that I'm breaking out my actual dice I used to play with.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die. Look at the positive side. We're gonna die quickly.
Oh my god.
Dying quickly as a warforged, not a fucking thing.
They can die pretty quick. You have just as much health as everyone else here. So, okay, we got the granite dice out. Sweet. So, anyways, hello everyone. Welcome to DGen Does D&D. I am your DM here, Hexeltron. We have Pro, we have Tibbers, we have Angel, we have Ghost, and we had Tiger. Tiger is having some internet issues at the moment, so his character is sleeping in the inn currently. And for the love of them, they cannot wake him up. So, who knows? He drank too much meat or something. So that's what we're going with. Unfortunately, that is, kind of an issue that happens, unfortunately, with these online internet games. I'm also having internet issues, so hopefully we don't run into issues with my internet cutting out. If they do, I'll pause everything and hopefully it'll come right back. But either way, so we pick up where we left off with everyone. Does everyone know what their which model they are? Is Angel? It should be obvious for you. You're the only ranger.
I think
it's pretty
I don't know if this is me or if this is me.
That I believe that is you.
Mine was dark green. Like
Yours was dark
but,
green. Who was the pink?
I am.
Okay. Yeah, you're the dark green. You want to choose a different color real
let's-
quick? Just so it's not as...
Piss yellow.
Oh, you can name him.
Oh, can
Piss
you?
yellow. Just the bright ass fucking piss yellow.
I made you... It's gold.
Night Hero says Jim.
Hex, and last I remember, I was.
Oh, you
in a
can name
corner
them.
just.
Tibbs.
Hex,
Sweet.
last I remember, I was in a corner just doing the fucking sentry's rest.
Yes, that's what I was doing. I was putting you in the corner. You know, I put you a second from the corner. There's like a dresser here.
Okay.
So either way, well, we pick up where we left off with you guys. You guys had a nice long rest. You guys took a bath because some of you were covered in God knows what. But you guys all remember last week what you were doing. You guys had just cleared some of the rats out of the slums district. You guys had gathered some of the herbs needed for Calhoun. You guys had, visited the monastery where they seemed that they needed some help there. They had some issues with sick and injured. Who here remembers who got injured last week?
We all did, didn't we?
Most of you did. I think you were fine, Pro.
No, I took 2 points of damage from a
You
single
took
rat.
2 points of damage from a single rat. So everyone got injured last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were gonna do a long rest, and that was the end. So we all are healed now, right?
Right. Yes, everyone's fully healed. So upon waking up, it's morning time. You can hear the cocks crowing outside. Everything is fine. You hear the hustle and bustle starting downstairs. The little hustle and bustle that is in the Adventurers Guild. It's not a very popping place, obviously. They're not really meant for everyone, being in the taverns or whatever, similar to. You guys, everything seems to be waking up, and all of a sudden you notice something feels weird. I need all of you to roll a D20 Constitution save.
D20.
D20.
19.
Plus Constitution. You didn't have to
Plus
roll
Constitution.
Ghost. You're
Oh.
not organic.
Oh, okay. You said everyone.
I said everyone, and I was going to say except for Ghost, but you had already beat me to it, so...
Please say it in the same fucking sentence.
So
Remember to add your
my
Constitution modifier.
Constitution is 3.
14.
So
14
16.
with Constitution?
Yep.
I rolled a D20.
You rolled a nat 20?
Yep.
You wake up, everyone who rolled good, you guys all wake up, you're feeling fucking great. Pro, I need you to roll a D8 necrotic damage.
I need to roll a D8.
You rolled under the 15 DC.
A 1.
You rolled 1?
Oh.
So
Yes.
you're feeling weird, and you notice where you got bit by that rat is like oozing some weird fucking pus that as a cleric is not looking healthy.
Great.
Everyone else, you guys all
Gotta keep
notice
my
your
mouth shut, but I got
wounds. Your wounds that you got bitten with are bright red and definitely infected. But you take no damage. So, except for Tibbers, you rolled a nat 20. Your wounds
No,
are
I
all
did not.
healed. Oh, I thought you rolled a nat 20.
Angel rolled
I
that
did.
20.
Angel, your wounds seem to be closing up just fine.
Mine.
Yours
I
aren't
rolled
infected or anything.
with Constitution. I rolled a 16.
Yeah, you rolled above 15. You're good.
Yeah.
15 was the number. It's a decently difficult one. It's, so you notice it almost instantly, Pro, that you pull back the cover and you notice where you were bit, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? The rest of you guys are noticing the bites itch, and they definitely are infected. But you guys are all still in your rooms too, probably laying down in bed.
So I lost 1 HP.
1 HP immediately.
What a good day to be a Warforged.
Yeah, you cannot be infected by diseases.
Yeah, immune.
Oh.
Fucking someone blasts me with like fucking necrotic damage.
I'm just
You
surprised that I'm
fucking
fine.
dumbass! You really thought that would do something to me?
Yeah, Tiger's the one that's currently still sleeping.
So we're using the death animation.
It's the only
I'm
one.
just gonna leave the model down.
He's laying down.
So either way,
Take it a little bit.
you guys all start hearing some commotion outside. But you guys are all have to figure out what the hell you're gonna do. You know, standard.
I want to investigate.
You guys are wanting to investigate. There's a
My
big
wounds.
railing right here, basically at the top. You know, looking over everything. So, you guys hear as Jim walks out of his room. You hear his door open, and he starts walking down the hall. He had put on all of his armor, so he's not very sneaky about it. So Tibbers is moving.
Yeah.
Everyone's moving. Ghost, you're good.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna notice instantly, anyways. You're not really sleeping.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Tibbs is the one. That's the one place I said that there's a wall.
Oh.
He's just walk into the wall. What do you guys notice down there?
Yeah, just look, just fucking staring right into a fucking pillar.
So you guys look down. You guys look down, and you guys notice some people in some rags and stuff like that. They are obviously people from the slums district. They notice you up there instantly, and instantly start clapping and cheering for you, like they did last night when you guys killed the rats. You instantly notice a interesting young man that has kind of strange ears. They look like elf ears, but they're rounded on the ends, whereas elves are normally pointed. He also has kind of a shorter nose, and he has dark hair, and he has a lot more hair on his head than a normal elf does. You guys notice he's actually a kobold. You guys notice a kobold. It is not Calhoun. It is someone else. It is a blue kobold that you have never seen before. And you also see a large man. Large both in stature and in weight. Wearing, to some of you guys, less clothing than you wish. But he is carrying a very large and intimidating maul that looks like it's quite literally a hammer he drilled or a rock he drilled a hole in and stuck a stick through.
Yeah.
Sounds about right.
So you
Sounds
notice
like my
them
Apple Man.
all. They're all down there currently, kind of at the quest counter. Actually, at the counter, and it's pretty obvious what they're doing. They must have seen what you guys were doing and had come to sign up for the guild.
Huh.
So,
Nice.
you guys have already been starting to make an impact on the town.
I think we chase them all out. Keep the quest for ourselves.
Well, either way, that's probably the barbarian's just here for the free beer. Let's be honest. He's probably following the other ones. So they are a group of 3. They're obviously all like talking and hanging out together. They've probably known each other for a while. So that is another group of adventurers that you guys now have noticed. And they're still kind of looking up at you while they're filling out their paperwork and stuff like that. They keep like looking up at you guys. So
Fucking imagine looking up and then just continuously seeing a tall motherfucker just staring down at you.
As you guys, there's just the one elf woman currently behind the counter. You don't see the centaur woman anywhere. But she looks at them. She's like talking to them, stuff like that. And she notices you keep looking up. She turns around and looks up at you. And she goes, "Hello."
Hi.
Hello.
As you say hi, everyone else is kind of looking at you like, are they gonna do anything?
I'm gonna come downstairs.
I'll follow.
I'm gonna go to a table.
Ghost is the only one I gotta
I follow
move.
as
You
well,
can all
okay.
move your own. You guys can all move
I'm
your
going
own.
to the bar.
The
Yeah.
bar, there is no bar. That's literally the all the
Hex.
the counter with all the quests. That's where all the people are basically standing.
Well, I guess I'm going
Hex,
over
you
here.
be my movement.
I
You
will
are
be
my
your
wheelchair.
I will be your movement.
Thank you.
So, you guys all go downstairs. You guys are all sitting at the table. Hello, Tiger. How's it going, buddy?
Tiger. Hello.
Your character is still sleeping upstairs. Everyone else is starting to move. If you would like,
Don't mind the foul stench.
you're, like I said, if you're still having internet issues, we can kind of just hand wave that you slept in way too long and didn't catch up with everyone. If not, if you want to try to play through Twitch chat, I'm working something with the PC. Okay, so if you wind up getting it all to work, you will just catch up to these guys essentially. I mean, they're leaving a trail of people. You'll be able to find them, no problem. Especially in the overworld. But either way, you guys are all sitting down having what you'd assume, hopefully, breakfast. But she is obviously very busy, and like I said, you don't see the centaur woman at all in here, which is weird because yesterday morning she was the first one instantly serving you guys drinks and food and stuff like that, but she's not here at the moment. So you don't know where she is. You guys, probably just going to be waiting for breakfast, which you might be waiting for a while because there's obviously, as you guys are sitting around a table talking, you see another person walk in.
What's this person look like?
It's an older
On a mission
woman.
or just gallivanting?
It's just an older woman. You guys don't actually notice her, or don't notice who she is,
I'm
kind
busy.
of thing. Just an older woman that's coming in, and she's now waiting in line with the other adventurers. So that's either another person, hopefully, that saw you guys in the slums and might very well be interested in the adventurer lifestyle. But either way, you guys are swiftly come to the realization after you've been sitting there for about 15 minutes. You probably have to go somewhere else for breakfast.
Yeah, I wonder.
Or you guys could always, you guys got rations, you guys got plenty of other shit to eat. So, but you guys are all good here in the morning, essentially. So
Can I just get up and go outside?
You could go outside, yeah.
Just fucking silently, like fucking, as silently as a Warforged can.
Yeah, let's all just sneak out of this chaos, huh?
Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. Let's go find some good fucking food.
All right, we're gonna do this. Thank you very much for that. So,
I'm just gonna wander off and look for.
Is it these ones you want or the other ones?
either one, either or. It really doesn't matter. These ones are probably the better size. But either way, so you guys walk outside the guild hall. There we go. They're all standing now. You guys walk outside. How hot is the centaur woman? You are not a bard. No. Bad. Spray. Bad tiger.
Okay, literally.
Don't make me get a hose.
The first thing that I said, fucking on session 0, fucking centaur woman, smash.
Yes, I remember you saying it, although you're a warforged. You lack the capability.
Yeah, I like the faculties.
You do lack the faculties in more ways than one.
I just wander off to go
I don't.
I'll just wander off to the fucking fish head markets to ask about a.
Let's go look down the well and
a
see the chaos
taxidermist.
from yesterday.
Oh, you guys just want to go straight to the fish head markets, huh? We'll release.
Well,
your
I mean,
piece
there's
real
a
quick.
place over there to eat too. So
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm thinking. Just go to Fish Head Market, get myself some.
But I'm not going into the inn.
You're not going into the inn.
I want food. If they're open.
So I made the actual markets.
Oh, we're in trouble now.
Sketchy potion.
Yeah, you like the names? Sketchy potion woman, or sketchy potion seller, the quilt woman, the
and then
fisherman,
Quilt woman.
blacksmith, leather worker. So you guys get kind of a more.
What's the symbol by the well?
It's just like it's like a quilt laying out with stuff on top of it.
Okay.
It's just like a general there's just odds and ends trash there essentially.
I was making sure it was supposed to be some weird slice of cheese.
How hot?
Yesterday.
I can't help but notice me, the centaur woman, and accounted for. Oh no, Tiger's gonna get thirsty over the centaur woman. She's half horse. I doubt that you are that well gifted. I'll just put it that way.
It ain't.
Motion of the ocean.
It's a grower, not a shower.
That would be one hell of an ocean. That's a typhoon.
It's about staying in port long enough for everybody to get off the ship.
God damn it.
All right.
Tiger! You've already thrown it in the chaos! This didn't take long at all to go off the rails
No, it
already.
didn't take much.
Do you guys want to go to the inn to get food? What do I notice around here, by the way?
Fuck
As
it.
we show up, are the rats still out, or are they all cleaned up?
No, actually, you see some of the blood still, obviously, but it's like, because it's all dirt and it's stuff like that, and there was already standing water and stuff like that, just naturally what you would see. A lot of the blood is kind of gone or obscured. None of the rats' corpses are around anymore. Looks like the sketchy potion seller is currently scrubbing the side of his cart. So he's probably not very happy with you guys at the moment. It's the way you use it. Okay, we're gonna stop talking about the centaur woman. So you guys notice that there are none of the corpses from yesterday at all. But you do smell something. And it smells distinctly like barbecue.
Where's the smell coming from?
Chicago-style barbecue.
It's coming from the
New
inn.
York.
You
New
sure you want to
York-style
eat here?
barbecue.
I bet it's barbecue rat.
So, you distinctly smell. It's not like it's, obviously it's not the sweet smell of barbecue, but it definitely smells like grilled meat with some sort of spices. You guys also notice that as you guys look around and are observing, you also notice the leather worker has considerably more of the frames with stretched out leather on it.
We didn't skin all the
Nothing
rats
goes to
last
waste.
time. We should have skinned them all. We'll be rolling in it.
I mean, they're probably not worth much.
Worth more than 0.
Oh god, he's gonna Jim Destree's D&D.
Yes, he will.
Did I make a thing for the inside of the?
I
did
literally
not.
fucking predicted it on a session. Yeah,
Yes,
on
you
the-
did.
Either previous
I
session or
forgot
session 0.
to. Guys, you figure I already mentioned the inside of the fucking inn. You figured I would have fucking made the inside of the inn. I did not. And I apologize
You
for
don't
it.
have to.
Nope, I'll do it
I don't
next
know
week.
what-
I'll do the
Joe
inside of
says-
every fucking
Joe says
shop.
I want to go in.
I love
Huh?
how nobody fucking noticed I
Oh,
got my
God.
camera on.
He said
Oh,
he
we
didn't
noticed. We
wanna
just
go in.
chose to ignore.
Yeah, Ghost didn't want to go in the inside. He's
Okay.
right here hanging out.
Yeah.
So as you guys walk in the inn, there is a thunderous applause and cheer. Obviously, the people of the slums now notice who the hell you are. Next time on Dragon Ball Z. So you guys walk in, there's a thunderous applaud and cheer, and you quickly notice a group of 5, they're younger looking people. Obviously, kind of in ratty clothes, stuff like that. They look at you, instantly stand up, and then pull out all their chairs as if they're offering you their seats, obviously. And they go and they walk out the other door. Their plates and stuff like that are still there. They kind of push those to the center of the table, as well as their mugs and stuff like that. It's all kind of clustered in the center of the table. But they obviously got up. It's pretty full in here. They got up almost instantly and were like, "Here, take our seat." So there is a open table for you guys, and it's a table that, like I said, seats 5 or 6 people. It's a good sized table.
All right, I want to go sit down, but as on my way, I'm gonna hold up my hand like nonchalantly for donations.
You're in the slums,
I don't care. This is funny.
so you kind of just
Maybe I'll get a beer. Who knows?
So as you're holding your hand out, as if you're asking for money, you are just all you're getting is handshakes from dirtier and dirtier people.
Okay.
No, you don't have a choice. They're just grabbing your hand like with both hands and just shaking you vigorously.
Return the shakes.
Just return the shakes, just shaking
Until
hands.
I get under the table. Yep.
Okay. It's just shaking, shaking babies and kissing hands.
Yeah.
So you just, you're welcome kind of stuff, and you guys go and sit down, and it's as if the guy can fucking teleport. He is right there. He is the bartender. You guys notice him from last night. And he goes, well, hi, fellas. You know, when you walked in here, I thought you were going to be nothing but trouble. Little did I know you were what we needed. What can I get you?
What's on the menu?
I'm sure for some sausage and bacon, honestly.
We actually can get both those things real lickety split. What is it that all you can get? He pulls out like it almost looks like a notepad. It's just literally just a piece of paper, and he pulls out a pen and dabs his tongue with it, and he's waiting for orders, essentially.
Do you have anything that's not rat from yesterday?
We got horse. We got some horse stew back there. We got ourselves, quite frankly, the rats were kind of a boon for business, so we got quite a few different rat dishes. They're good eating nonetheless. You cook them right with lots of spices. He kind of says that like to the side with the side of his hand, with lots of spices. So what can I get you fellas? You said sausage and bacon, right?
Sausage, bacon, help. I'll take a little bit of beer while I'm at it.
Beer or mead? I know you ordered a lot of mead yesterday.
We'll go with stronger stuff. Let's go with some beer.
Some beer? I wouldn't call beer stronger, but hey, whatever floats your boat. And he writes that down. He's looking at the next person.
Horse stew and a mead.
Horse stew and a mead. That is one of my favorite combos there, my friend. And he's looking at you next, Tibbers.
Mark me down for the same thing. Horse stew and mead.
Horse stew and mead. Hell yeah. Good old classics. He walks away. He said, it's on the house, fellas. And he walks back, and he's getting stuff ready, obviously. You guys are sitting amongst yourselves. Everyone's kind of hush-hush, talking about you. You obviously can hear them. Those are the guys that killed the rats. They killed all those rats. Yeah, they killed the rats. Awesome. We'll finally be safe. Our kids can play in the yard.
My guy just nonchalantly reaches down and starts scratching his leg.
Oh, where it's infected? Yeah, you start scratching kind of your knee area where it's you got bit the other day or yesterday.
I have a question about a spell.
Go for it. What's the question?
Prestidigitation or whatever it is. Where I can
Yes.
clean things.
Yeah.
Can I cast that on my wound and clean my wound?
It would be the equivalent of just cleaning it with water. There's no like antibacterial, thing to it.
I still want to cast it and clean my hands after all the handshakes.
Yeah. You guys see as he takes he kind of holds his hands up, and you see it almost from his wrist, almost like a line going up his two hands as they're going from kind of dirty with some schmutz on it, obviously from the people that he was shaking hands with, and it's just like a line of like the cleanest you've ever seen someone's hands, essentially. Yeah, they basically are shiny and squeaky. What are you doing outside, Ghost?
I go to the leather worker.
You start heading over towards the leather worker. And as you get closer, you can tell what the leather is almost instantly. It is definitely rat leather. Because it's obvious he took some of the smaller rats and stitched them together. It is obvious that some of the bigger ones, you can still kind of see their splayed feet and stuff like that. It is still about 8 o'clock in the morning or so. And his shop is locked up tight. But you can definitely see he definitely was working on this last night before he went to bed. He definitely went out there. And if you made an educated guess, you'd probably guess that he probably just gets, leather and pelts and stuff like that. Probably from the inn. The guy from the inn, or people from the inn, probably were the ones that went and grabbed the rats, brought them into the inn, and had stuff done with them, and then they probably gave the leather to the leather worker. Because he said that he makes stuff for, like, everyone here in the slums. But you're looking around outside, Ghost, and there's, like, no one out here except for the sketchy potion seller and a couple people meandering around. You don't even hear the rings of the blacksmith this morning. It is, like I said, it is early.
Oh, yeah. Then I go over to the sketchy potion seller.
As you kind of walk up towards him, you can tell he turns around with, like, an open mouth, like he's going to start his sales spiel, and he just instantly goes, "Oh, it's you. Hi, how's it going?"
I am fine. I came here to ask a question. Where can I find a taxidermist?
A taxidermist, huh? I think you could probably talk to the leather worker. He mostly works with that kind of stuff.
Good old Wolfie here might get a little bit stiff here.
As you hold up the head, he like backs up and bumps into his cart. Like you like scare him with it. You basically just like pull it up from under his table, and you just kind of like pull it up and just like, "Wolfie here," and you just pull it up, and it scares the shit out of him, obviously. But he's trying to play it off. He's, "Oh, well, I have a preservation potion, if it would interest you."
Is it diluted?
No, I make them myself. But yeah, they're good at it preserves meat and all kinds of stuff. It should work just fine.
I'll think about it.
Oh,
because
well,
I do have a few days before.
It would just be 2 silver. It'd be no big deal.
Yeah, then I do have 2 silver to spare. I can
as you clank it down on the table, he is all too quick with reaching out, grabbing it, and running to the back of his cart. As you come back, you see it's almost like a clear liquid, but it's like foggy in a way. With it's got like a little bit of sediment kind of thing on the bottom. He goes, but it tends to want to separate, so you're gonna have to shake it vigorously before you use it. But if you use this, use a couple of them, or use one, and then maybe in a couple days use another one, it should have no problem with preserving that trophy of yours.
All right, I walk over to the inn because actually, which one of us knows knows something about fucking potions? Would that be Tiger?
I believe Pro would as well.
Yeah.
He'd be able to notice that kind of stuff.
I don't apply the potion to the head yet, as I am a bit suspicious. So I walk over to the inn.
What skill do potions fall under?
That'd be alchemy. Actually,
Oh,
Tibbers.
Not on my sheet.
Oh, I would know.
I was gonna say, I think Tibbers might actually be your best bet.
All right.
So you guys,
not a skill.
let me pull up the thing. I could never remember what it's actually called.
What I needed. What
Is
do I
it
need?
medicine by chance or arcane athletics?
I would allow medicine or arcane.
My medicine's 7, so.
Yeah, I would allow medicine, no problem.
My insight's also 7, so they should combine quite well, I feel like.
Yeah, your insight would be fine as well. You also can detect magic, can't you?
I have a detect magic spell, but it takes a spell slot.
Okay. Well, you can always use that if necessary. I got way too many fucking things up on this other monitor. Yeah, so I would... So, funnily enough, you guys notice... You guys have been sitting here for a few minutes now. Just kind of, occasionally saying hi to people, that you've seen around town, stuff like that. Just in passing, there's no one really recognizable in here, just faces in the crowd kind of stuff. And you notice someone opens the door just a little too loudly. And you guys see your Warforged friend walking in. You guys see Ghost walking in through the door. And everyone kind of stops, looks at him, kind of gets wide-eyed almost. And then they go, "Oh, it's the other one!" Like they didn't notice who he was kind of thing. And he is walking pretty much straight through the crowd, not really trying to like meander past people or anything. He just kind of is walking in almost a straight line to you.
Which as a side note, his movement is smoother now.
Oh yeah, he looks less jerky than he did yesterday. Almost like he had a bad knee or something like that you managed to fix. So he comes over and he sits down at the table with you guys, and he's just kind of looking at you guys.
What can we do you for?
I just clink down the potion down on the table. Does one of you know that if it's a real fucking preservation potion?
I ain't got a clue.
I'll pick it up and look at it. Can I roll a check?
You can roll a check if you want.
What is it, a D20?
Actually, what I'm going to say is it's going to be investigation. It's going to be an investigation.
Again, D20?
Yes.
I got 19 plus 1.
19 plus 1.
Yeah,
Timbers?
investigation.
Okay. Well, Pro's the one that's
yeah,
got it in his hand.
I'm not going to investigate it. I got
Judging by the sediment in the bottom, judging by the fact that it's a pretty clear liquid, matter of fact, it's noticeably clearer to Ghost. You notice it's even clearer than when you walked away from the potion cellar. Judging by the sediment in the bottom, it is just high salt concentrated water.
I mean, technically
that is a preservation. That is a preservation potion.
But
There
it's just
is.
salt.
Yeah.
It's literally. It's not salt water. It's salty water. Like there is probably a good handful of salt in this little fucking thing.
Is my food here?
It's
Not yet. No, your food
Oh, I
isn't
was
here
gonna pour a little of my food. Add some flavor.
yet.
it's good to season Wolfie.
So, I mean, you haven't told him what it is yet, so you're just still kind of investigating it. You notice what it is, but now you're arguing amongst yourself. Should you tell this poor dude that he just
This
bought a
very
thing of?
fucking this potentially very fucking pissed off Warforged.
I mean, he didn't scam you. It is technically preservation potion.
So
Yes.
I don't know what I should do.
You don't know what you should do to tell him?
I was toward on doing something else too, but I'm just gonna tell him that it's water with high concentration of salt.
What's up, Tiger?
Basically, would only preserve.
Hello,
meat slightly.
Tiger.
I lift up the head. How well would it preserve Wolfie?
Basically, not at all.
It would do a little bit, not much.
Like, and how?
You would have to probably
Okay,
reapply it every couple days.
Why do you want to preserve Wolfie? I'm gonna ask you why.
He's my friend.
With that, plus probably taking it to the leather worker, you probably would actually be able to preserve him. But as you guys are all talking amongst yourselves, trying to figure out what to do about a potentially mad Warforged, your guys' food arrives with extra. So you notice instantly, Angel, he brought you 2 things of beer. And the rest of you guys notice that your bowls of horse stew, he obviously got the largest pieces of meat he could find and put them in these bowls for you guys. There's also some large potatoes, large carrots, and it smells really good, actually. Angel, these sausages are they're probably about 8 inches long and probably okay.
Yeah, the last one you had, it was like just straight abyss behind you.
My
Like,
internet's
I'm having my
also
character
acting
sheet
up.
on this fucking on this quote-unquote monitor, which is in reality just my fucking TV.
That works.
And of course, you can see the Enclave flag more clearly, and the sign.
Don't worry. More importantly.
Pro Angel Tibbers, you gonna rejoin?
Bunga bunga.
Hold on here. Oh, there we go.
Oh yeah, and yes, Hex, months, like 6 months.
Oh shit.
This is
For what?
the reality. So I was like, I don't know if I'll be able to join more permanently. Also, okay, those are just workshop stuff. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably
Don't
won't be
even know if
joining
you need them.
gaming.
But D&D.
I'll join D&D, but gaming I'm probably gonna do on my own. I don't want to test like being in Mech Warrior.
D&D is more important.
The extent
Tiger,
of
can
the
you go and outflank them? Yeah, sure. Tiger, he stopped moving. Oh god.
oh god, yeah.
Just get
Anyways,
alpha strikes.
What about my sausage?
So, like I said, your sausage, the sausage that you got, that he put down, he's got like, there's 3 or 4 links there, which is considerably more than he probably gave most people. But they're about 8 inches long or so, and they're probably about as big around as, now, you've seen like a kielbasa or something like that. They're probably about that big.
Yeah.
Stop jingling them!
Sorry. Forgot about the one that can hear that.
Yeah, everyone can hear that. That's really
It was
loud.
soothing.
It was really loud. But either way, yeah. So he gave you like there's like 3 or 4 of them, and there is like a stack of this bacon. It is. You can obviously tell it is heavily spiced.
And
Yes.
could I ask you to keep like Discord open on like a side monitor or something?
What do you think I'm doing, guy?
So-
You know what? I'm gonna save the rest, but I'm gonna eat one of the sausages and a little bit of the bacon.
Yeah, and you got, like I said, you got two things of beer sitting in front of you. He brought you 2. Everyone else has a decent size, like a tankard of mead. And they have these big bowls sitting in front of them with the biggest pieces of meat and the biggest pieces of like potato and stuff like that. This guy obviously like ladled some out and was looking for like these choice pieces. You guys are being treated like, well, slum kings essentially.
Yeah.
Rat things.
As he walks up the table, he drops it all off to you guys. He looks at you, Ghost, and goes, "What about you, friend? What do you want?"
Nothing, thank you. I just raise up my hand like, no, just
Okay, you need anything?
Very
Just
smoothly.
wave your hand and holler. So Tiger, you're good to like want to rejoin. Tiger,
he died.
he died again.
Is he?
There's a button not grayed out.
Hex.
Don't do it.
Hello.
I got. Hey,
Okay.
now I can hear you.
Are you ready to?
Uh,
You want to rejoin everyone?
I got kicked from the lobby. Thank you.
Yeah, I can't join for too long,
No.
but I can join. I probably gotta dip out at like. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably have to dip out around like 9:30.
Okay. I mean,
But I
that'd be-
can join.
You can join back in. So as you guys are sitting down looking at this food, you guys notice it's from not the slum side, from the other side. So it's from the main road side. You guys notice as your guys' wizard friend bursts through the door. It almost looks like he's still like adjusting his coat and stuff like that. It's obvious that he's like rubbing sleep out of his eyes, and he like runs in and he kind of sees you guys and he points and he goes, "No one woke me up." And fucking he runs over and he sits at the table at the empty seat. And he's just looking at you guys, kind of like, "What the hell happened?"
So
Okay,
basically, how I walk into work every morning.
Yeah.
I-
So Tiger, real quickly, I need you
Yes.
to roll a D20 Constitution save.
Can I give him guidance?
No, 'cause this would have
And
happened
while
when he was at the inn.
Okay.
Hex,
I did. I
Who?
rolled a 20.
You rolled a 20? Okay, so nothing, not a big deal. So you
I
rolled
rolled a
a 20? Okay. So, you woke up, when you woke up this morning, you kind of noticed, like,
A 20.
yeah, you rolled a 20, so you noticed this morning when you got up your, like, where you got bit, it itched a tiny bit, but it's like, it looks like it's healing up just fine. So, that's good news for you.
Okay.
That's it.
Nice. I don't have the plague.
Don't worry, neither do I.
and neither
So
do
as
I,
you guys,
for obvious reasons.
so you run in, you sit down, you pull up the chair, you plop in it, and you slide forward. And once again, just like magic, the fucking bartender is like right next to you. Like, well, hi, friend. What are you looking to have this morning?
Well,
You see what everyone has in front of
you
them.
got
essentially.
any
Can I just
so like what kind of meat do you have?
Oh, we have some really choice sausages that you see your friends here eating. We got some bacon. We got a horse stew. We got a few other things out back. We got ourselves a little bit of turkey in the backs. That's from a few days ago, but it should still be good. He's just listing off, what you would assume to have in like a tavern. He's also got like he's got porridges. He's got like what you would assume in like a low cost tavern, essentially.
You got any fish?
Son, we're situated next to the sea. If we didn't have fish, we could not call ourselves an inn, could we? He kind of gives you a little bit of sass, but he's obviously got a smile on his face.
Take some fish, put it in the stew, or
See-
put it in the porridge, and I'll take
Oh,
I'll
fish
take some
porridge, huh? Fish porridge and a mead. I can do that for you. And as he's walking away, he goes, "Once again, it's on the house." So he walks into
thank
the
you,
back. You see Angel absolutely fucking digging into this sausage, and with every bite you hear this loud snap. With every he's eating a couple pieces of bacon. He's eating like a savage. And occasionally you see him just gulping, big gulps of beer and stuff like that. The other ones are kind of more poking at their food and slowly eating it, I assume.
Yeah, I'm eating it with my royalty background or nobility and everything.
Yeah. So you see he's digging in, and then you look across the table and you see the complete contrast, napkin on lap, eating with a pinky out, 2 fingers on the thing as he's eating this
every once in a
stew.
while scratching my knee.
And every once in a while viciously scratching his knee, which is weirdly in contrast to everything else.
Okay.
Pro
I look
is... Wait, Pro, you're eating, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he is eating like you would assume a cleric would eat. He's, not quite digging into the level of Angel, but he's not nearly as fancy as... So you have the 3 extremes. You have a normal-ass person, you have basically a barbarian, and you have a noble, all sitting at a table, which sounds like the start to a bad joke.
Yeah.
and TX is there too, huh?
Yeah, he's just sitting there, kind of just observing.
I look at Tiger like, I tried to wake you up. You wouldn't fucking wake up, man.
It's
If
weird.
I cannot
had a
fucking shake you out of
crazy
sleep,
dream.
then nobody can.
That might be where that bump on your head came from. Doesn't hurt. It's just annoying and it's noticeable.
Like a giant fucking cartoon.
So you guys are all sitting here. You guys are kind of talking about yesterday's ordeals. You're talking about this, that, the other. Because once again, we're hitting a lull where no one's wanting to talk and be in character because they haven't gotten their juices flowing yet. So you guys are
not gonna lie. Yeah.
So.
I had an important question I PM'd you.
Oh, I missed it.
Oh, and hello, Spoopter.
Hey, Engel.
Look,
I have a
not
special calculator.
quite freezing.
It says here
pretty
you're
cold.
gay.
If we were to assume Fahrenheit, about 35 to 42 degrees Fahrenheit. It can't be significantly colder than the surrounding.
Hello, Spoopter.
Which, fun fact.
Yes, I would assume that. So, Angel, as you take a break from eating your one sausage, you grab your beer. You notice it's not just the beer that's really good and cold. It's like the whole thing is cold. And it's like cold. But it's not frozen, but it's cold to the touch.
Just being a dick.
As you stick your finger in it, you kind of notice it's like one of the coldest beers you've ever had. Don't actually stick your finger in your can, you idiot. That's how you're gonna cut your finger. I don't want to have you have to go to the fucking hospital for a fucking joke.
At least it's just his
Hexel?
finger.
No. Hex? No. Engel would not go to a hospital. He would grab a napkin and duct tape.
I may be out of spells, but I'm not out of
Super
spells.
glue.
Cast 155mm airburst howitzer shell. Uh-oh, Tiger left again.
Someone
Oh,
left.
Tiger.
Yeah,
Tiger went.
Tiger's gone.
Tiger
Yep.
disappeared.
Tiger went.
Well. We tried.
So as
I mean,
as you guys are sitting there, Tiger's porridge comes out. He starts eating that as well. He's kind of silent all of a sudden. You guys don't know quite what you did to make him angry. But
My guy
He's,
would,
brain hammers.
yeah, my guy would be, just enjoying and, drinking his, mead.
just drinking the mead and drinking the... Just disconnected from the internet. No, it's fine. You can rejoin if you want. It's fine. I'm just going to make a... every time that happens, I'm going to make your character power down, essentially. Hopefully no one asks you any questions in that time, because...
Hello.
Hello, welcome back. So your food arrived. Your food
not gonna
arrived,
lie,
and you started eating.
Yeah, I
Tiger-
heard that. I heard.
Not gonna
Ready?
lie, I did a tib.
What'd you do?
Deprived. He just kind of goes silent. And you don't know.
Did you fall asleep
Between,
a second?
yeah, between ordering the food and when I said I got disconnected, I need to re-invite.
Nice.
That makes sense.
So you guys, most of these bowls that you guys have been eating. By the way, Tiger, your food, you notice it is like a spiced halibut or something that they put in over top of your porridge. They didn't like put it in your porridge. They laid it over top of this this really good like a almost like a rye porridge. And it was had the rye porridge slightly sweet. It spot on, by the way. Way better than you expected from a place like this. As you see two people in the background drunkenly getting into a fucking... walking out the door at now about 9:30 in the morning.
I look at Engel. Were those your brothers?
No, they're not.
By the way, Angel, did you write down your little thing that I gave you?
I did.
You did? Good.
Hexel, I love your fucking shirt.
Roll a d20 for concentration. So yeah, you guys are pretty much done. Angel, you still have some of your stuff, and you grab the napkin and you put the sausages that are still pretty warm and roll them in there with the bacon, and you add you said you ate 2, right?
I ate 1.
You ate 1. So add 4 smoked sausages. Smoked rat sausages to your inventory.
Talk about rat sauce.
And a quarter pound of rat bacon.
I freaking knew it. I was gonna ask where
So
did
did
the
I.
bacon come from?
But yeah, I had the horse. I didn't think about the fish.
Yeah, so Tiger,
It
as
was
you
like-
were walking
Well, I
in,
was like,
you clearly got the
tingling.
smell of like smoking meats and stuff like that. But since you entered from the main, the thoroughfare side, you didn't see where any of that might have been taking place. So you have no idea of anything else. But yeah, you don't know it was rat. You just know it didn't look like beef or cow or pig or anything like that. It looked different. It smelled different. So either way, yeah. So you guys finish up
Nothing
breakfast.
looks pork. Nothing looks like beef.
Nope.
Do you guys want to finish?
So Pro,
Herbs, or do you guys-
return yourself to full HP.
Yeah, full HP. Do you guys want to go gather the rest of those herbs, or do you want to go investigate the well further?
Let's go get the rest of the herbs. Fuck it.
Let's go get the herbs
Well,
and spices.
I'd like to.
There you go.
Oh.
So as you guys are discussing what to do next, you guys are discussing the herbs that you still need to pick. You guys remember what it was off the top of your head? Who wrote it down? Who wrote it down?
I wrote it
it's
down, but I got
packed away.
meeting food.
I wrote it down.
Tell me what it was. If you guys get it right,
We have. We still need to find 2 nightshade and 5 red mushrooms.
that is a point. That's an inspiration point to Tibbers.
I don't have any of that shit.
So
You
Tibbers, on your thing, write a 1 in your inspiration, or you can just write it down because you can use it. And at any point, you can re-roll a d20 using that point of inspiration.
Nice.
Yo ho, drink your grog.
Tip did something.
Oh,
Of course.
You know what? Fuck it. Look what I got. Jägermeister.
Oh god.
Ooh.
You know what?
Guess what I'm gonna get.
Jaeger?
Oh no, I hate that
am-
stuff. I can't drink it anymore.
Cheers, guys. Yeah, it's
I-
black as
I am
night
not-
and delicious.
Yeah. That's
Um,
rub
As dark as tiger.
Before we
Probably
start out,
Tiger,
guys,
Tiger, man. You could lose that
I'm
shit.
gonna, I'm gonna say hi to that sketchy potion seller.
Okay, well, you guys are heading that way anyways. So you guys will just go as a group.
I follow Tibber. I just follow Tibbers.
You guys are all walking that way. So as you guys are walking to the northern part, you guys can clearly hear stuff in the well still. Because you guys are right next to it right now, essentially. You guys can
hell?
you guys can still hear stuff scrabbling around down there. But it's daylight. But the weird thing is, yesterday, you guys were right next to the well, and you guys didn't hear anything.
Oh, so we pissed them off.
But now you can clearly hear stuff at the bottom of the well.
Mm.
You guys look down it. You guys can look down it. There's nothing. Oop, Tiger got disconnected again. I think he's having internet issues still. As you look down it, there's nothing. You can just see the bottom, the murky bottom. You can't see anything. And you guys look at the murky bottom, and you also see the dead rat that Tibbers threw in there last time, just smacked in the center, splayed out, not moving, with bites and chunks missing off it.
So we're dealing with cannibal rats.
Well, all rats are cannibals.
All rats are cannibals.
Thank you, Pro. I love how I said it and Pro said it right there, too.
I
Yeah.
wonder why a certain rat has a bite missing out of it.
That wasn't the same rat.
Oh.
It's not the same rat. He grabbed a different one. But no, there's like chunks missing out of this rat. Like it's obvious something has been eating it all night. Yeah, it's kind of gruesome down there. But sketch as you guys are kind of looking down the well, half-ass, you can hear the sketchy potion seller behind you.
What do you want?
I just immediately fucking turn around like a fucking turret.
You kind of turn around, head first, body follows, leg follows, and then you just flip around. You say, "What do you want?" He goes, "Well, you're standing in front of my stall. What do you guys want?" He's like confused. He's legitimately confused, about you saying that. But how can I help you guys?
My guy would walk up and ask if he has anything for itching. Like my guy would just point at where it's red and everything.
As you kind of lift your pant leg up and show him the infected area, he noticeably kind of jumps back a little bit. And kind of like does that thing where he's kind of like flat against his cart and he kind of like scrabbles alongside of his cart to the back. And he comes forward and he's got three there are three pinkish potions. You notice instantly what they are. They are the watered down health potions. And he goes, "This is the best I can offer you, my friend. That looks painful."
Just itchy.
He's just staring at it, basically. He goes,
How much for the potions?
shit, I don't remember what I charged pro. Well, it's going to be slightly different anyways, because you guys have changed things. Dynamics of things. So if you want these three potions, it's just going to be a single gold piece.
Okay, I'll take them.
So
I'll take
as
all
you
three.
put down a single gold piece, make sure to mark that off.
I did.
You grab those three. He is very quick with grabbing the gold piece and stuffing it, God knows where, into one of his many pouches that estoon his body.
I want to ask if he's seen the wounds like that before.
So you ask him if you've seen moons like that before. He starts nodding his head and he goes, "That there's the infecting mark. Most of the people over at the church have similar wounds to that. I can only assume you got it from one of those dreadful rats."
Yeah.
So he's you might want to head over to the fellas at the chapel and see what they can make of it. See, little ones, when they get that bite, they don't last long. And as he says little ones, you notice he kind of looks at you as he says little ones.
Okay. Well, thank you for the potions. We'll
No,
definitely
thank you
make
for the
sure
gold,
to,
my friend.
to check the church out.
And you guys said you were still you guys were heading north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just by the way, you start feeling instantly queasy as soon as you mentioned the church, Angel. You're not you're not throwing up. You just kind of instantly feel like your stomach drop out, the pit of your stomach.
So before we fucking leave, I just look towards the leather worker's shop. Like, is he open yet?
He is not
fucking
open
peeking
yet.
over my shoulder.
Nothing has moved over there. The door is not open. Matter of fact, you can notice the bar is still across it. It's obvious he locks it from the outside because he probably does not live there. So, with that, you guys start heading towards and out through the top.
Hey.
There you go. So you guys as you guys are leaving the fish head markets, which now you guys are second guessing they should probably be called the redhead markets. You guys walk out on the major thoroughfare. You guys can see the slums. You can obviously see people are opening their windows. It's about 9:30, 9 o'clock still. It's not quite 10. You can see people are obviously starting to get their day going. You know, it's obviously they are a little later here in the slums, you know, whereas the rest of the town's probably already up and moving. The slums are a little slower to get moving in the morning. So you guys can see all that happening. You guys can do whatever you want now. Just do it with a vote.
Ready to head to the forest, or are we going to the church?
Yeah, let's go to church. Hell with it.
Sounds like a bad idea, but let's do it.
So as you guys are walking along, you guys walk towards the church. You instantly get... I could play off Twitch, not off Discord. Okay, so we'll give a Tiger an extra second or two to answer whenever we're doing stuff.
Alright.
As you are going towards the church, you get that distinct same smell of rot again to let you know you're getting close. And Angel, you see your favorite tree that you got sick at the front of the church.
Guys, I'm gonna stay here. I don't care. You just continue on out.
So Angel is obviously staying behind out front of the church to not relive his vomit escapades.
Yep.
So you guys continue towards the church as Angel breaks off and starts hugging that large oak tree out front again. I don't know how to unlink these.
Unlink which one?
I just stay. I just
archer.
stay near Engel just to keep him company.
Okay, so as you go and walk over and you kind of brace yourself against that large oak tree, funnily enough, you notice that your vomit still remains here. So Ghost walks over and he's just kind of like, he's not quite leaning on the tree. He just kind of like has his back towards the tree and kind of like twitches his head towards you as if looking for a conversation. But everyone else continues on to the church. So the rest of you guys continue on into the church. You guys, as you guys walk up to the large doors once again, this time they're open. The big doors are actually open, not the smaller man doors. And you guys can clearly see they're doing something inside. They're lighting candles. They're doing other stuff. And the father is kind of at the head of the church instead of being in the sick out back.
What's going on here?
You asking me or you asking the other people?
Nah, my guy would like,
Just
Walk up to
wondering.
the father and say hi.
yeah. My guy would walk up and say hi to the.
Okay, so as you guys are walking down like the main, where all the pews and stuff are, they're not really pews; they're more just benches.
Yeah.
So as you guys are walking forward, he turns and looks at you guys. He goes, "Ah, hello! If it isn't our adventurer friends, what can I do for you today?"
Came in for some information regarding this, and I would lift my pant leg again.
Ooh, that's I've seen many of those bites. He just kind of grits his teeth a little bit as he says that.
Yeah, I got it during the fight last night.
Oh, I heard about that. You guys took on supposedly. I'm hearing every number from 10 to 100 rats. How many was it?
I didn't write that down.
I didn't expect anyone to write that down.
Closer to 10.
Closer to 10. You say that just frankly to him. Honestly, it was probably closer to 10 than 100. Your father just starts laughing to himself. He goes, well, it's maybe the children are the ones that are saying you guys took on 100 rats and were slaying them as fast as they came out of the well. Tiger says, hello, father. And so he's walking up behind you, and he just, hello. And just Tiger saying hello to everyone, to the father. So he's looking at your wound currently. He goes, if you don't mind, do you mind coming with me back to the infirmary and see if I can't get that taken care of?
I don't mind at all.
He starts walking towards the back door, which all of you know, as soon as you go out there, you will be hit with the smell of rot. So you guys start bracing yourself
And plugging our noses.
and plugging your noses. A couple of you guys, still have some stuff from the other day from plugging your nose, and a couple of you just straight up stick your fingers up your nose as you guys walk out there. You guys walk, and no matter how hard you're trying to plug your nose, it still hits you like a tidal wave of stench. Matter of fact, it's probably stronger. You see the nurse out back the nurse out back is still also has buckets of God knows what. Once again, emptying them into that corner of disastrous waste. So, like I said, it's rough being back here. And he, not even being phased, just walks into the door in which all of this is emanating from. And as you guys stop for a second, kind of just going, he kind of like pokes his head back out and he goes, well, do you want treatment or not? It's obvious the smell does not even faze this man.
My guy would follow him.
So, this is the first time you guys have been in this building. So, allow me to describe it. So, Tibbers, as you walk through the gateway of what you can only assume is hell itself, you walk in, you get hit full force with the smell of unwashed bodies, feces, sick, decay, all rolled into one nasty surprise and thrown right at your face. Do me a favor and roll a Constitution saving check.
Can I use prestidigitation to make a odd odor in my nose to avoid this odor?
Yes, you can. You instantly, Pro, you create this almost like a bubble of smell around your face. And it smells like lilacs and other things that you would assume of, beautiful wildflowers and stuff like that. And you notice yourself focusing on this really hard. No matter how hard you are focusing on the sweet smells of nature, there is always, with every breath, this underlying current of rot and sick and feculence. No matter how hard you are focusing. It's not as bad, but it's noticeable. Like, it's enough that it's curling your nose hairs a little bit still. Like, even through your hardest focus of prestidigitation.
I knew I should have just burned the place to the ground.
So I got 21.
You rolled 21? So as your mouth begins to water and you feel yourself ready to heave, you swallow with all of your force and are just able to choke down what you can only assume is a ball in the back of your neck as you're like, "Argh!" And once again, Father doesn't even seem to be phased. Matter of fact, he doesn't have a mask on or anything. He walks over to a counter, and he's got a potion in his hand, and he's got it almost looks like a half a mace, like a half a wooden mace. with these spikes coming out of it. It's almost like a brush of some sort.
No, my guy would approach him.
So as you walk closer,
I'm gonna
he
follow.
turns around and looks at you and he goes, "Now this is really going to hurt, and I apologize in advance." As he, instead of giving you the potion like you would assume, he flips over the mace-like brush and pours the potion onto the brush itself. And then offers you a seat on the bench next to him.
My guy would take the seat.
As you sit down, he kneels down in front of you, and he has this thing in his hand. You can see the potion or whatever it is he put on it pretty much dripping off of it. As he takes it, and he puts it against your wound on your leg, and starts to scrub with it.
My guy would be gritting his teeth, trying to
Yes,
hold the
as
pain in.
as he starts doing this, you pretty much instantly grab onto the bottom of the seat that you're sitting in, and you, not doing it intentionally, but you do notice your nails begin to dig into the bottom, and you're just like, do me a favor and roll a d4.
D4.
You taking damage?
The triangle one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I do enjoy the fact that you are using the one in game.
4.
It's the top numbers.
If you hover over, it tells you the thing.
It is a 4. It's weird. It's supposed to go. You're supposed to. It's. And that's the weird way of doing those fucking
Dang it.
D4s. Although I've seen them that way. See, mine. I'll hold mine up so people can see it. Mine, it's on the points.
I like this number better.
The one that are at the bottom. But so you took a 4. You got a 4. So you take 4 points in God knows what damage. Quite frankly, pretty much, it's like abrasion damage. Pretty much, and he is not slowing down. He is. You can pretty much feel the barbs on that thing on the other side of your knee. You notice a considerable amount of blood dripping down your leg, mixed with the potion. If I need be, I will do that, Tiger. I have IRL dice that I can roll for you, bud. And as he pulls the thing away, it is like coated in your blood, pretty much. But he then quickly turns around, grabs a bandage, and starts wrapping your leg up in this salved bandage. He goes, "I think I got most of the infection out. If need be, you will have to come back again tomorrow, and we will have to do this again. And this is all I can do until we find a more efficient cure for whatever this seems to be." He instantly calls out the fact that he knows that it's necrotic damage. And necrotic damage is severely difficult to ward from the body with all the prayers and all of the potions that he has attempted to use. Unfortunately, the little ones, he said, are the ones that seem to pass the quickest. And you look into the other room as you see 30 to 40 beds with people ranging from the age of your best guess being probably 6 to 8 years old, all the way up to the elderly at about 80 or so. There's also people laying on the ground between the beds. There is what your best guess would be. There's probably anywhere between 100 and 130 people stuffed into this tiny building. And you can clearly notice where people were once laying that they are no longer laying. And by your best guess, they probably didn't just get better.
Yeah. Well,
So,
thank you for your effort, Father.
so as you try to stand up, you quickly lose your footing as the father quickly rushes to try to help you onto your feet. Your leg is severely hurting.
Yeah.
So he said, well, it's no problem. I have to get back to setting up for services. But I do hope you guys all have a good rest of your day. And please, for the love of God, be careful if you have to come into contact with any more of these godforsaken rats.
We will definitely try our best.
So, you guys see who did anyone else go in there with him? Or did you guys all hang out? Tiger, you,
I stayed with Engel.
Tiger, you didn't walk in, did you?
I think Jim said he did.
Jim said he did. I know. I'm asking if Tiger walked in as well. No? Okay.
No.
So Pro, you saw exactly, and can you do a medicine check for me real quick?
That's a D20, right?
Yeah, D20 plus medicine.
13 plus my 7 modifier for medicine, so 20.
20. You notice exactly what he was attempting to do with that, and you do know that is a way of purging humors from the body and trying to balance them. So everything he was doing there was correct, but you can definitely tell that they are dealing with not high quality stuff here. Like, they are obviously hurting for coin. Like, they are running on the bare minimum, and that's probably why he's so eager to set up for services.
Before, I don't know if we're leaving. But before we leave, I would pull another coin out of my purse, and a gold coin, and give it to the father.
So as you pull this gold coin out and hand it to him, he you place it in the palm of his hand. He is obviously incredibly grateful. He says, "You don't have to. Thank you very much, but it's really unnecessary. We'll make sure to put it in the church's coffers to continue trying to help the people. I thank you very much. Potions that I use and stuff like that do not always come cheap, and I do thank you for helping out the little that you can."
I want to ask,
Not
can
a
you supply their potions
So
I think
for this?
I think he said it was Calhoun last time.
yes, you actually did ask that last time previously. He had
okay.
been buying them from Calhoun's shop, but with Calhoun dealing with issues at his shop, he hasn't been able to buy many more, and so he's been having to deal with the sketchy seller.
Yeah.
So
And we better get these herbs then.
yep.
Yeah. Let's go get the herbs.
Yep, let's go.
So as you guys walk back through the building and get this beautiful relief of that awful, awful smell, you guys notice as Angel is still bracing himself against this tree, trying with all of his might to not redecorate the trunk. And Ghost is literally just standing there, kind of watching him, occasionally patting him on the back a little too hard.
You good there, buddy?
How close are we to the
You're
water
gonna be
well with good water?
The water well, you guys are pretty much right next to it.
With good water?
Good water. This is like good water. This is the upstream.
Okay,
like,
I want to put my
up-city
water skin then. Everybody else do the
So,
same.
so you
Yeah.
walk over to this well. It's got a beautifully ornate stone workway over top of it. It's not one of those wells like what you saw in the slums with just like a wooden beam across it, essentially. This is a well that's like capped off, and it's like, what would you say? It's obviously protected from the weather. It's got like a decent, stone archway over top of it, and a chain on a pulley system that all you gotta do is crank it. It clicks in place. The classic, what you would think of with a well. with a metal bucket hanging from it, affixed to the chain. So as you guys work on it, lowering it, bringing it back up, you hear the splash of water, and it's when you bring the bucket back up, it is pretty much crystal clear water.
I also want to fill my vials with my water skin.
You can do all that at once. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
So you got what, 4 vials of water?
I have
and
5.
5 vials of water and
I
a
got mine.
full water skin. So everyone fills their water skins with water. Angel, I believe yours is still full of mead.
Yep, that's not gonna matter much to me.
After filling my water skin up and everything, my guy, still dealing with the agony in his leg. I would like to pop open one of those potions that I bought from the sketchy
Okay.
guy.
Do me a favor and roll a D4.
D4.
Mm-hmm.
Now one.
No. God, I hope not.
That is a 1.
Damn it!
So you feel you pop this small potion open and you take a sip. You drink the whole thing down, and it alleviates some of the pain, but it still noticeably hurts.
At least it'll alleviate some of it.
Some of it. So you gained 1 HP.
Oh, 7. Better than
So
6.
you guys are standing here out in this. It's not quite the slums. Like, these are much nicer houses. They're definitely, well, they're nicer than the slums houses. They actually have almost nice yards. There's a little bit of junk festooned here and there. But the houses aren't visibly falling apart and dilapidated like they are in the slums. You guys are just kind of standing out here, filling up your water skins, talking about what to do next.
Onward to the forest.
Yep, onward to the
Keep
forest.
moving.
Yep, let's go.
Crack that whip.
Okay, so as you guys walk over to the forest, you guys can actually, funnily enough, see the trampled path that you guys took previously. It's obvious that people don't come into the forest very often, and people from the slums are probably the only ones that do. As you see, the same kind of area that you were looking at is pretty trampled, pretty gone over, but you guys can see the path that you guys went down, pretty much carving its way back into the forest. So this is reversing a little bit. So back when you were trying not to vomit and Ghost was patting you on the back, you noticed as a decent smack landed on your back. Tiger was helping as well, patting you on the back. But the smell is past. You are fine. You did not lose your breakfast, which you recently
Hooray.
ate.
Yeah.
Although you do, back of your mind, worry that your sausages and rations will taste like that later on. But does me describing the smell and stuff like that actually get to you, Angel?
No, I'm just RPing it.
You're just RPing it. I was like, he's actually hamming this up pretty good. So you guys noticed the path, like I said, that you went
New
down
path
yesterday.
deeper into the forest.
Yeah, I vote let's go to a different direction. Maybe we'll find something else.
Okay. So you guys start walking into the forest a little bit farther. You guys, like I said, you noticed the path that you went down yesterday. So you guys go in a slightly different direction off into a different part of the woods. As the trees get larger, the sounds get stranger. You guys hear many things. scampering throughout the woods, stuff like that. Who is the quote unquote leader at the moment?
I'll take lead. My perception's pretty high.
Yeah.
Passive. So
Roll a d20 for me.
do I get to add anything?
Nope.
Why?
Nope.
I don't like this. 19.
19. So you guys actually stumble across kind of a decent sized clearing. Not nearly as big as the one from the previous day. There's some deer wandering in the woods. There is other stuff wandering around. You know, some small rodents. There's some. They look like rats, but they do not have the tails of rats. What you notice they are actually some sort of hamster. They're running through the woods, running through the leaves and stuff like that in the underbrush as you come stomping towards. And pretty much everything just kind of clears out when you guys get near this clearing. But there doesn't appear to be any danger or anything like that. But it's a decent sized clearing with, you know, some light streaming in through the canopy and stuff like that. Angel disconnected. Oh, did everything die for him?
It appears so.
Oh no!
Yeah, it appears so.
He's frozen.
Hold on.
So
Yeah, he's frozen. Oh. I don't think today is a good day. Ooh.
well, so far we lost Tiger and we lost Angel. So this is going to be up to the DM if we shall continue or try
We
again.
can continue because Angel will probably pop back on his phone.
I want to look around for the mushrooms and
Yeah, I'm gonna
Nightshade
be
we
with
need.
I'm gonna be with Jim. I'm also gonna be looking for the mushrooms and the I'm not looking for the nightshade because I don't think we're in a good area.
Yeah, it's
for
fine. I could be
nightshade.
here, but I'm gonna keep my eyes open for it.
So you guys,
I'm gonna follow those two and just keep my eyes peeled for mainly the nightshade.
okay. What's everyone's perception?
My pass is 15.
My perception is 4.
My perception is
Wait, no. Passive is the big number?
Passive is down below your skills in a box.
Yeah, there's
Above your proficiencies.
it
So
says
perception
it
is
says
wisdom, so I would be 14.
it's 10 plus your wisdom. Your wisdom modifier, not the wisdom itself.
Oh, 10.
I
Wait.
wish mine be 30.
Oh. So I don't understand.
It's your wisdom modifier
Small number plus 10.
plus 10.
So 12.
First grade math. Yes, there you go.
Okay.
I almost might make kindergarten.
Oh yeah, it's right there. Perception or passive wisdom perception is 12. Okay. Okay,
second.
so okay.
I'm honestly starting to consider just wanting to fucking reschedule it.
It's fine. He said he'll be back in a minute.
Right.
So you guys, while walking around, you notice quite a few mushrooms actually at some of the base of these trees, as well as growing amongst, popping up through the dead leaves and fall on the ground. So you guys actually managed to find 3 of your red cap mushrooms that you need.
That's enough.
No, we need 5.
No? When I had written down we had 5, we needed 3 left. which is what you
Okay,
said
Tiger.
when we started even.
5. You needed 5. He said.
The red cap with white dots we had earlier are not the same.
No,
Those are
there. You only find one of those sneaky little buggers, and it's not. You notice it's not growing next to a tree. It's like growing kind of out in the brush. You also managed to find 6 of the purple toxic mushrooms, and a whole bunch of varying sizes of the puffball mushrooms. You find 4 of them that are about the size of your head, Tibbers. You also managed to find 12 that are about the size of like a small, like a baseball or a tennis ball. So you find quite a few of them.
I would pick them and put them in my bag.
Yep, picture the
Yes.
red caps.
You actually remembered a bag, guys. Yay! Guys, some of you guys have bags. So do you
So how
grab
many
I have pouches and
puffballs
bags.
did I pick?
do you grab all of them?
I picked the big ones.
You picked 4 of the large ones, the ones that are about the size of your head.
Okay.
I say
What
about
kind
the
of
size of your head.
bags do you
They're
have?
about. I keep using like sports equipment. They're about the size of like a women's basketball. Like they're pretty good size.
How big are these bags we have?
They're about the equivalent size of like a school bag, but they're rigid because they're made out of leather.
Yeah, I don't think you're hitting 4 of those in unless you're smashing. Smashy smash.
Nah, they're probably bigger. They're probably about the size of like a.
I got the
good hiking
guild.
bag?
I got the backpack from the guild. So
Yeah, he's got a large. If it's a large adventurer bag, it's bigger than that. It's probably about the size of like a travel backpack or something like that. But the other ones, those are
like a scav backpack on Tarkov.
yeah, put it that way. Yeah, it'd be about that size. And like I said, they're rigid because they're made out of leather.
Yeah. Oh wait, that's right. I have to take one of those health potions away from earlier.
Yeah, don't forget to do that.
Yep.
So
I can
you
put
managed
one
to.
empty vial on in my one empty. What do you say? Small vial.
Small vial. It's not very big. It's probably about.
One empty small
If
vial.
you can see the stream, it's probably about this size.
Okay.
So it's about the size of a shot glass, with a cork stopper in the top. So you managed to find those. There's a bunch of toxic mushrooms and 3 red caps, and then 1 with the dots that are.
I'm leaving the dotted ones.
Yeah, those
Those
ones are
dangerous.
dangerous. But Tibbers,
Yes.
you just picked the puffballs.
Yes.
Okay, so there's still the red caps you guys need.
I'm picking them.
Oh, you picked those 3 red caps.
I thought. Yeah, I thought Jim already picked them. That's why I didn't.
All right, but that's it. There's only like I said, there's a 6 toxic ones still knocking around, and then there's that one
Yeah.
that you guys know to stay away from.
Yeah. Do we see anything else like Nightshade or anything?
No, you guys see more thistle. You guys see lots of other like things in the underbrush. Some bent saplings. Some it's obvious that this is like an animal run where you are. Like this is obviously a path that animals take pretty regularly, going crossways from you.
Okay.
But that's it. It's what you stumbled across was basically an animal path.
Yep. So I say, since we picked all this, we should keep moving. Go a little bit deeper.
Agree.
He's one of those fucking puppeteers. With a hand up someone's fucking ass.
Maybe the hands up his.
Maybe. Okay. I gotta
Every person
recreate that thing.
my.
Uh-oh, it's not letting me invite friends. Why is it not letting me invite friends now?
I'll just watch via the stream, and I'll just use the dice roller on the line. I don't need to be re-invited.
Yeah, we'll sit that way. Since you're having internet problems, hopefully it'll help us.
Oh, quit out
Uh-oh.
of game.
Unity just freaked out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ah, the whole thing, it crashed. I shouldn't have tried that. That was dumb. That was dumb. I tried to do the invite to watch, and it did not work well.
We'll just watch the Discord stream.
When I get that back up and running. It's a cavalcade of misadventures tonight. Yeah, it's a good name for a stream. I'm going to write that down.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, I'm on your stream right now,
Yeah.
and I misread the title of Degens do D&D and cause more problems for the town of Dres'dain
Disdain.
instead
Oh.
of Dresden.
All right, we are back in here now.
I love how this entire fucking time I have been chewing on a fucking toothpick.
So many
It's
internet
not-
issues. It is cursed. Yes. Yes, we are. Okay, so we are back in the forest. So yeah, you guys are amongst an animal run. You guys were talking about possibly going deeper into the forest. And you're looking around at this forest, and it's considerable sized forest. You guys can
You ain't sharing your
faintly...
screen.
you guys can... It's fine. I'm just describing things. You guys know what it looks like. Thanks for saying something, though. You guys can faintly hear the sound of the water, the waves, and stuff like that crashing. Yeah, it's beautiful. Quite frankly, it's peaceful in this forest. So you guys decide to press onwards, correct?
Yes.
Mhm.
Well, I vote. I don't know.
Well, you guys are following Pro. He voted to be the leader of this cavalcade.
Yep. So I'm just following Jim.
Yeah.
Okay, so as
wanna
Jim
follow
starts...
do it.
As Jim starts pushing further into the forest, Jim, are you going to follow the animal path, or are you going to continue kind of where you guys were heading towards the deeper forest?
What would I roll for checking to see if the animal paths seem normal? If there's something off, like they've
Ooh, that's a good idea.
just entered, this
You would have
abnormal
to. So you're investigating an animal path. It'd be either animal handling or nature. Nature would probably be the one you'd want to use.
path. Well, let's do it. I
It'd be a
rolled a
D.
19. My nature's 1, so 20 total.
So you notice that this path is considerably larger than you expected for like wolves and deer and, like I said, the hamsters that you saw and, standard forest creatures. This is a decent sized path. You notice some larger footprints in the mud and detritus, it's what you'd standard, snapped limbs, stuff like that. Knocked over, saplings that are snapped off, not low like you'd expect, but higher. And they're snapped off.
But it's still like an animal, not like a humanoid creature went through.
No. It's obviously an animal. Matter of fact, you find some rather large white feathers.
Do you guys want to follow up on these feathers, or do we want to continue on our own path?
I vote on our own path because animals could have already snagged the mushrooms we're looking for.
Yeah, I vote for that as well. Plus, we could go thus we could get across some fucking more wolves if we follow the animals.
And that way we can have Wolfie a friend.
I need
Alright,
more fucking
continue on our own
hooks.
path.
So you continue
But kind
on.
of someone make a mental note of where this is so we can come back later if need be.
So, you guys are looking around the path and stuff like that, and you guys just kind of continue sort of straight from there. It's obviously really hard to just go straight in the woods, you know, and there's obviously all kinds of
Yeah.
stuff. But you guys are going the approximate direction of the deeper woods, so to speak. So, Jim, you are still leading this cavalcade. Do me a favor and roll a d20 again.
Oh, I'm scared. Am I adding anything to this?
Nope.
17.
17. You don't really find anything. You're looking around, stuff like that. You come across some smaller animal runs. But, I mean, there's nothing really to speak of. As you continue forward, you're probably, you know, a good 50 feet, 60 feet further into the woods. You're still not really at the deeper woods, obviously. But you do manage to come across a interesting location. It's a set of ruins.
A set of runes?
Ruins. They're like they're obviously made of like stone brick, chiseled stone brick, but they're obviously old.
Any sign of recent visitors at all? People
No.
or animals?
Animals, yes. There's small critters, there's squirrels, there's
Yeah.
you know, stuff like that, you know, but there's no, surprisingly, there's pretty much no major, what would you call it,
Activity?
activity at all anywhere near this thing. Like almost to the point where yeah, like it's almost like they intentionally are avoiding this place.
I stare at it to see if I find anything similar, like anything familiar to me.
Any symbols visible that we might understand or don't know?
There is a broken sign, but it's completely unreadable. It has been worn away by weather and time. But it's like just a hanging broken sign.
You guys want to investigate this or run away?
I'm down to investigate it. I mean, it doesn't look like there's too much danger here.
Let's cautiously approach.
Cautiously approach, eh?
My guy would ready his crossbow and
I
put a bolt.
grabbed my long sword then. Actually, was it a long sword? Yeah, it was a long sword. I had to check.
So you guys are walking. They're not that many ruins. They're not like, it's not like a huge thing of ruins. It's like a, it's obvious.
Like one or two buildings, like real small.
No, they're like a cluster. They're this obviously used to be some sort of a watch or something like that. It's pretty obvious what it is. It's some sort of a tower watch or a ranger's watch. It's old though. Like you guys are probably assuming that this. Do me a favor. Who has? Does anyone want to roll a history check?
Ooh,
Hey, Dan.
I will.
Or investigation of some sort?
I will
History.
do that as
Yeah.
well.
I mean,
Let me pull up.
how
the
many
history.
checks can we roll?
Whatever you think would apply to ruins.
You said it. You said it's like a nature or like an outpost, not like religion at all.
No, it wouldn't be religion. It's not religious in
Yeah.
any way. There would be more iconography.
So
Insight?
my roll,
Yeah, you can do insight.
plus, my roll plus history would be 23. I rolled a 19.
Okay, so you can tell about how old this place is. You can tell this place is
I-
probably over 600 to 700 years old.
I have history as well, Tiger.
Plus your age.
Plus his age.
True. Tiger would know that this is. So as you guys are walking amongst this thing, Tiger just kind of lets out the like, huh. He kind of notices this old architecture. And you guys with that plus what Tibbers is talking here, you guys can tell this is old. This is obviously pre-fracture. Like this is pretty fucking old. And it's weird that no one has shown up here to do anything with it. But as you're looking around, you obviously see vines growing over the rock and all kinds of stuff.
Can
I have
I
a
also
question.
roll for a history check? Because I didn't.
I mean, you're not going to glean anything else from another history
Okay.
check, really.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Do we have some sort of map?
Negative.
Negative.
Negative, but I'm pretty sure most of you guys have some sort of a notebook or something like that you've been carrying with you.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Backpack, bedroll, mess kit, torches, days of ration, water skin, artisan tools. No, I do not have a notepad.
No? I figured you definitely would.
A tinderbox. I don't have a notepad.
We weren't given notepads. They're told they were important. We got a notepad for.
Me?
Tibbers.
Hmm?
I'm asking what Tibbers wants a notepad for.
I was gonna write down like where this was so that way we could like go back to it.
We shall follow the path that we made.
Okay. So, yeah.
So there's nothing around a loot or anything that might be useful?
You were rolling investigation, right?
Yeah, you don't want my investigation roll, though.
So you don't see anything
I got a 13
particularly. You notice a lot of vines, and you notice that there's obviously some trees have poked up and crumbled away what used to be the pavers and stuff like that. This is obviously like an old.
Like I would check to see if any of the red mushrooms were nearby.
So do me a favor. You roll an investigation.
Me, D20. Roll. I got a 12. And that's plus perception,
Yeah.
which is 4, so that would make it a 16.
16. That's probably actually now I'm thinking about it. Probably pros investigation would have been high enough, anyways. You do notice. Let me see how many. Let me roll for. So you do manage. Yeah, you do manage to find 4 of the red cap with the dots on it. You managed to find 1 of the. You don't think it's the one with dots on it. It looks like a normal red cap. Matter of fact, it is a normal red cap. I was just being an ass.
Okay.
And you find 1 more of those toxic purple mushrooms. But you don't find any puffballs here, weirdly enough.
I would take the red cap and I would give it to Jim to keep with the other ones we found.
Okay, so we have 4 more now?
Yes.
Yeah, so
So
we need
as
1
you're
more.
searching,
No, that means we have 7 of them.
as you are searching for Well, he already turned the other ones in. I think you guys have enough.
No, we've gotten 3 this time plus those 4. We got 3 in the clearing.
Yeah. Well, no, you found 1 here.
Pretty sure.
No,
One here?
Yeah, you found 1 here. You found 4 of the ones with the dots on it.
Oh, okay, yeah. My brain was going the other way.
Yeah, you're playing the that one crab game you were talking about.
I had the menu up, but I'm not actually playing.
Okay.
Because everybody's talking about quitting.
So yeah, you guys notice, like you guys are walking around looking for things. Pro, you find something. It looks like a old trapdoor, grown over by vines and beset by leaves. It is obviously not been opened in easily a few hundred years.
Can I try to pry it open?
Sure.
Open it in general?
The vines are gonna make it difficult to just try
Well,
to open the door.
Okay, I'm gonna cut back the vines.
You have anything to cut back the vines?
I have my. Oh no! Someone's gonna have to have me a knife. I didn't buy a knife.
I didn't think you bought
I
a
can
knife.
mace them.
Yeah, that's
I
not gonna
think
do
Tiger
shit.
has a
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Could've
put
bleed up
away
for a
my
weapon.
longsword and pull out my scimitar.
So you're gonna use it like a machete?
Yeah, just
There
like
we go.
fucking
So-
dumbasses.
so,
and just fucking
Pro,
start hacking away at
as
the
you
fucking
notice
vines.
and you kind of grab at the vines, they're rock solid. You're not budging them. You hear this distinct shing as you hear a sharp blade drawn from behind you, as the rather large Warforged fellow, but pretending to be human, steps a few steps forward and just starts cutting the vines like he's using a machete, for instance, with his scimitar. After, I'd say, 5-10 minutes, you manage to cut all of the branches and all the other stuff around and pull, with Pro's help, you're pulling all of these rather large roots and vines off of this trapdoor. And it's not opening.
Can I smash it with mace? See if it smashes.
It's like wet and old and
I mean,
just give me a strength check.
I was just about
Oh.
to say, can I just use my full force?
9.
You're just 9. So you full force with your fucking mace, and you hit probably the most solid part on this door. As it sends the equivalent of like a jolt of lightning up your arm. It doesn't feel nice.
Can I try like grabbing whatever? Okay, first of all, is there anything that I can grab onto?
Yeah, it's like a ring pull. It's like a ring
Okay.
pull, like what you would normally see on a
Can I
cellar
use
door.
my full fucking strength to try and fucking just rip it open?
Do me a favor, roll a strength check.
D20, right?
Yep. Plus your strength modifier.
Strength modifier. I don't have any, so that's a 19.
You rolled a 19?
Yes.
So you obviously understand what he's trying to get at. So you take a few steps forward and you grab onto this ring pole and just with all your force rip this door pretty much completely off of its hinges. I mean, it wasn't holding on by much anyways.
I mean,
Matter of fact, you're kind of
it-
confused how he couldn't get it open. Although
Yeah, I
it's really hard to open a large door like this when you are smaller than the door.
I mean, I can technically look at it like I have a shield now.
So,
I
if
forgot about
anything,
that.
It pretty
So-
much
so if-
it pretty
So if
much as
anything-
soon as you pull this door off, it falls to splinters. Essentially, as soon as it rips
Oh,
away.
asshole.
so if anything, Jim was rolling with disadvantage.
Well, just think about it. It's a big cellar door. He's probably standing on top of the door trying to open it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's and as soon as you rip this door open, the smell of just ancient air hits you. It doesn't stink though. It smells, like I said, it smells like ancient air.
Just
It's
stale.
musty, it's
Old.
stale, it's old.
Smells like pork.
But it also smells like a cellar. And you don't
Like
hear anything.
alcohol.
No.
My
Do we
guy.
see anything inside now?
The stairs. There's stairs that go down. There is. It's almost like smooth washed stone from years of it being rained on. There's some vines leaching down the stairs, but
My
that's
guy.
it. It's dark,
My guy would do dancing lights.
so you try to at the
Light it
bo-
up.
So as you do that, it's not a very far down. It's probably 10 feet down to the earth. But there's like probably 4 to 8 inches of standing water down there. But it goes the stairs go down and then they have a right turn, and that's all you can see.
Should we
You guys wish to go in?
Uh,
What do you think? Ghost, you want to go in?
do.
I'm just gonna look around at you guys with a questioning face. Shall we continue?
So you start kind of going down half-assed and kind of looking back at them like, you
Okay.
guys coming?
Yeah.
I hold my scimitar in my right hand and a torch in my left. Can someone please light this
Don't
torch?
you have night vision?
You guys all have night vision.
Oh right, I forgot that Engel isn't here.
Yeah, he's
So
just
it's
kind of
just like
he's standing at the top of the stairs, and it's obvious
yeah,
that he does not want to go
It's
down
kind of the
there.
so yeah, I just like so never mind on the torch. I just hold my fucking scimitar just in case.
Tiger, are
Yeah,
you
my
going
guy-
down into the dankness with them?
Dank. I'm glad I'm not the only one who caught that.
My dog's being an asshole again.
Normal.
He was so good today. Why is he being an asshole now? I'm sorry, but the mage you are trying to reach is not available at this time. Please leave a message after the tone. Beep.
So
I think your stream froze again.
no, it's still here.
Nope. You were just being incredibly still.
Yeah, I was writing in my book.
I think Tiger's gone.
You very well might be, unfortunately. So Tiger, obviously, he does not want to go down there either. So as you guys are going down down there, a group of like 8 or 9 bats fly past you.
Can I club one on the way by with my mace?
Do you want to try to bat at one?
Yeah, I want to try to knock one out of this guy and kill it with my mace on the way by.
Is anyone else going to try to do that?
Not
I'll
me.
try to swing my fucking scimitar like in the air, just trying to slice one's fucking wing off.
Yeah, it's just kind of instinctive, like swing the mace at
Yeah,
it,
just
'cause it's
that!
startled.
Yeah. So roll a d20 real quick.
Am I adding anything?
Yes. This is an attack roll. So whatever you would normally add to your attack.
I mean,
Normally add to my attack.
I've never done attack. I've only ever done
One.
So yours
One
is
d6 with the scimitar.
what is the mace? Yours is strength, right, for your mace.
Oh yeah, so I'm rolling a damage.
Yeah,
right?
you're not rolling
Not
damage.
chance of
No,
hitting.
your chance of hitting. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
But it is a strength-based weapon, so that would be strength then still.
Fucking
I
20.
Or
believe
dex.
so. It would be your strength. I believe it's your proficiency strength and your, whatever you roll.
I rolled a fucking 20.
You rolled perfect 20. Well, you definitely hit. Roll damage for your weapon.
I mean, I'm at a 16, so.
You hit. So roll damage for your weapon.
I gotta roll my weapon is
D6.
A 5.
What step
A
would we be on? Would we be on like a?
You're about 3/4 of the way down.
Am I on like a flat platform, or is it just a
No,
step?
it's just a step.
Okay.
Did you try to swing at anything? Or did you just kind of duck
Well,
instinctively?
I ducked. I don't have any melee weapons. I just have my crossbow, which is severely disadvantaged right now.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to try to fire that in the fucking room. It'd be how you wind up nailing one of your teammates. So, yeah, you both hit. Both roll damage.
I was gonna be a dick to myself, but then I realized I don't feel like dying.
So, do you both roll damage?
Yeah, I got a 5.
5.
I also got a 5.
Yeah, you said. Okay, so you absolutely smash this thing with your mace. You hit it on like a backswing, essentially, sending it smacking into the ceiling at full force, and it flops down onto your ground underneath your shoe. And Ghost, you manage to just pretty much slice this thing clean in half as it's flying past you.
Funny thing is, I was aiming at, I was trying to aim at, like, one of its fucking wings, so they would just, like, straight up fall to the
they're
fucking
flying.
ground.
They're flying quick. They're like you're lucky to even fucking hit it. There's quite a few of them though, so you do both manage to hit one, and kill a small, defenseless bat out of panic. And then, as like 8 or 10 of these bats fly past you, now less, it falls quiet again.
Fuck, now I thought of something.
No, you're
I
not
could
gonna.
have just caught... Yes, I could have just caught the fucking bat that fucking Ozzy Osbourne did.
No, you would not have been able to catch one. I would have. That would have been a higher thing than you could have fucking rolled.
Shame.
Yeah, so you guys, it's completely quiet. You're about 3/4 of the way down right now. The light from outside is still playing with your dark vision, but you notice stuff down here now.
So, what do I notice?
You notice some old barrels that are obviously well and truly fucked up. Like I said, they've been standing at about 8 inches of water. Multiple barrels, and there is a chest down here. It's a decent sized chest. It's in the water, but it's probably.
Is it locked?
You don't know that from here.
Oh yeah.
You're literally just peeking around the corner, essentially. Like there's some crates. There are some crates that aren't in the water though. There are some crates that are stacked on top of other stuff that they're perfectly fine. They're just old. You obviously see where there's small piles sticking out of the water of guano from bats that have been roosting here. There is kind of just a layer of dust and detritus on everything. There's a couple barrels that are also stacked on top of other barrels that they're perfectly fine. They're just obviously really old. And like I said, there's a chest, and it's a banded chest. It's actually kind of a nicer chest. It's one of those banded top chests. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sitting probably only like 3 inches in the water, so it's obviously sitting on something else underneath it. But yeah,
My guy would go down and investigate the chest further.
as you go down, you slosh in the water. You see, I mean, do me a favor and roll a dexterity.
Dexterity. D20, correct?
Yep. Dexterity modifier.
Is there anything I add to it?
Yeah, dexterity modifier. It's a dexterity roll.
Oh. A 6.
So as you take the step down into the water, there's obviously it's a big, like almost like a bottom step, And you turn 90 degrees and you go to step into the further down part. And Ghost and Pro, you guys notice as he just disappears into the water.
I just stay out of the water.
You're staying out of the water? You're
yeah,
like,
it's just a
no.
Warforged fear. Kind of just...
I
guess
yeah.
I guess I'm waterproof, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, you guys notice he's kind of like there's like an aquaphobia here kind of thing almost. I am back. Hello, Tiger. They're all currently exploring an abandoned basement.
We
water's
didn't find
too
any
deep for
kids
me.
yet.
I just remembered something.
It's 8 inches. You're fine.
I thought you said
I-
like 3 feet for some reason.
No, it's only a few inches of water on the step itself, but it's like there's like 8 to 10 inches of water, standing water.
That's still almost hip high.
That's hip high for you. Don't forget. You just watched Tibbers completely disappear into the water.
Yeah, you think I want to go into it?
It is dank, musty, and has a bunch of water, and they went through quite a bit to get down here. But there's all kinds of stuff down here.
Just don't mind it that bad.
So yeah,
So what happened? Did my guy just slip? Or
yeah, you essentially slipped on algae, and you are currently panicking under the water. Like I said, it's like 10 inches of water, so you're kind of doing that thing like in Robin Hood Men of Tights, where the guy's like, "I'm drowning, and he's in like waist high water. So you just completely disappear into the water, and then you just kind of go, and you look back at everyone with this look of panic as you sit up, still in the water, essentially. Like,
well, shit.
you are also drenched now, by the way, and so is everything in your backpack.
Yeah, and I just remembered something, but I don't want to bring it up.
Nope, say it.
How old is this water?
It's old. But it's been like slowly seeping in over the years, so it's just
With my bandaged leg?
Yep. Yeah, it's gonna itch again.
Damn it.
But you probably won't be infected. It's probably clean water. It's just been filtering through the ground and into here. It's not a big deal.
But it's not like
No.
icky water.
It's not icky water. It's pretty clear water. Matter of fact, when people, it's like got a greenish tint to it. But
the algae, which is
it's pretty
fine.
clean water. Like there's
like hot
bits,
spring water.
There's like bits of detritus from like roots and stuff like that.
It's
A
like,
little bit of
it's like
dirt
hot
in
spring
there.
water almost.
Yeah, it's natural water. It's just pretty much spring water. You could probably drink it if you had to. You just seal your leg. That's essentially what he has. He has ointmented bandages wrapping his leg right now. Now they're just wet bandages.
I just imagined what Engel would have fucking, like, what Engel's character would have fucking seen if he just, like, went into the fucking darkness. Just a pair of green fucking eyes just staring at him.
Just as you look around, they're just like tracers. Yeah, but you're just sitting in the water now at the bottom of the stairs. You can clearly see there's more barrels and more boxes down here than you thought. There's actually another locked chest.
Just
Smaller. It's considerably smaller.
My guy's getting back up.
So, yeah, you guys. Who else is going down there with him?
I'll wade through, I guess.
So, Timbers, you see. Do me a favor. Roll a dexterity check.
You want me to roll dex?
Yep.
You're an asshole.
Me?
Nope.
Again?
You already rolled a dex and you failed.
Okay.
15.
15. So you start to slip a little bit, but you manage to like catch yourself on the wall. It is very slippery. But you have no problem kind of staying upright. But you are in a bit of notice of you're on the step and it's already in your boots, essentially. It's already coming over the edges of your boots. And as you take a deep breath. Huh?
I don't want to step any farther than that. I want to give like the upsies.
You're wearing your armor,
Like-
right?
I'm not that heavy wearing my armor, am I? To be carried?
You're like 55 pounds or something like that with your armor on. So Tibbers, as you get up and you're kind of brushing anything off of you that managed to stick to you, you turn around as you see this poor little gnome standing on this step with these puppy dog eyes with these hands out like, uppies!
Do I,
I'm not going to make you
Do I
roll
need
it.
to-
You just need to choose what
okay.
you're going to do. This is an
Yeah,
RP
I'm gonna-
moment.
I'll pick him up.
You're going to pick him up.
Yep.
So, as you kind of feel sorry for the small gnome, you instinctively kind of pick him up like you would a child, putting him on your one hip, and start carrying him through the water. He's decently heavy. Like, he's heavier than you expected. He's like 55 pounds.
It could be worse.
With all of his equipment and stuff like that, he's probably actually heavier. He's probably like 60 pounds. He's like carrying a large sack of dog food under your one arm.
Okay.
It could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
306 pounds.
Yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
I need to remember how heavy you are, speaking of which.
Yeah,
My guy,
I am that fucking heavy.
Yeah, my guy would just would carry him, and I would investigate further into this locked chest that's closest to me.
So as you start going near this locked chest, you notice as it's definitely locked. Like, there's no doubt about it. It's got a decent sized rusted padlock on it. It's one of those annoying things that's easily noticeable. But it, like I said, it is rusted. It's not doing so hot.
Gnome with a mace, I choose you.
For what?
You want to try and bust open this padlock?
Once again,
I mean, none of us have lockpicks, right?
When it's severely rusted, I was going to assume that just smacking.
You told me to hit it with a mace? Okay.
yeah,
I'll hit it
wanna
with a
brute
mace.
force it. Okay, so do me a favor and roll a strength.
19.
A 19. Okay, so are you still like Tibbers? Are you still holding him, or did you put him down?
I would have put him on top of the chest so that way he can like.
Oh, so
swing.
he's standing
I
on
can
top of
swing
the
over
jet,
the
like
top, yeah.
swinging. Okay, so you fucking as hard as you can. You swing downwards, pretty much both hands. Well, you got shield in the other one, so it's not both hands, but you swing as hard as you can, pretty much between your legs, and you hit this lock fucking dead center, and it makes a god awful metal crunching metal sound as the lock body of it falls into the water, and it's just a hoop basically from it is just still stuck in there. But you're also standing on top of the chest, so
So, my guy would go and pick Jim back up and would go to open.
I said
the
there's
chest.
plenty of boxes around. You probably could have put them on
We
one
got
of
a
the
box.
boxes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I would put him on one of the boxes that were above water.
Yeah, well, they're all above water. They're just differing varieties of rotted. So yeah,
least rotted
you
one, please.
you kind of just pick him up,
That's
almost like
somewhat
how you
gross.
pick up a child, like about waist height. You just boop, and you just set him on one of the boxes. So as you walk forward, I assume someone's gonna open it.
Yeah, I open it.
So there's not a whole lot in here. It's obviously a lot of there used to be like paperwork and stuff like that because you can see it kind of floating in the water of what's left of it, so to speak. But you do find some stuff in there. You find like a leather bag, okay,
Okay.
in here, and it's sopping wet, pretty much falling apart. But as you pick it up, you notice the heft to it. It definitely has coin in it. You also find three they're actually in their sheaths, but once again, the sheaths have like algae and stuff like that growing on them. But they're pretty nice, like hunting knives. They're decent. They're almost the length of a short sword. Like they're obviously like combat hunting knives.
Okay, so I would roll, or I don't think I would have to roll. Like I would just look at it to see if they were rusty and deteriorated. Or...
No, they're surprisingly not that rusty because they've been submerged in water. They haven't been, taken out of the water, and it's not salt water, so they're not rusty at all. They're not rusty at all. But the leather is like starting to fall apart. The stitching and stuff like that's falling apart essentially on these. So you find 3 of those, and you also find a bow in there, and it's obviously it's a really nice like recurved bow as well in the chest. It's pretty nice actually. It's a really nice bow. It's obviously why they'd locked that up.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just a recurve bow, but the string has rotted away, so it's just the frame of the bow.
So I would need to find some string, or
You can get it restrung easily enough. Like you can go and get flax, flax string easily.
where would I do that?
Well, you remember that oddity shop? Probably
Oh, yeah,
has
the oddity
something.
shop. Yeah. But yeah.
So you open the bag. You actually find 80 pieces of silver.
Nice.
And you find 3... No, sorry. I miscounted. You actually find 11 pieces of gold
Damn.
in this bag. There's also the other smaller chest, which, Jim, you notice that if you run around the outside of this and run on top of all the boxes, you could actually get to that smaller chest.
Ooh, so I can loot small chest on my own finally?
It's like what you would consider like a messenger chest. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's probably the footprint of it's probably no different than like this book here. So it's a smaller chest. It's would have been like for important documents, for stuff like that.
Oh, I have 23 gold and 40 silver.
No. You keep your silver. You don't
Well, no,
currency it up.
You said I found 40 silver and
No, you found 80 silver.
oh, so yeah, 80 silver. Okay, 80 silver and 11 gold. So I have 23 gold and 80 silver.
Yeah.
Total.
So total. So yeah, if you guys find a shitload of like silver and stuff like that, obviously you can't just be like, oh, I'm going to count that as like 4 gold. No. Write the actual amount of silver.
That's what I was doing. I was just failing at math.
No, you're good. Failing at listening.
Failing at listening.
So yeah, and as you're running around this edge, I assume that you're gonna go look at the chest, obviously.
Yeah.
You notice that some of these boxes have like stuff scrawled on them, almost like they were shipped in from somewhere. So the barrels don't have really anything written on them, but they're banded barrels. They're standard banded barrels like you'd see anywhere. That usually holds. They can hold anything from liquids to flowers to whatever else. But the boxes are like standard crate boxes. Like I said, they've got scrawling on all visible sides. It's too old to tell what it says, though.
Okay. Am I capable of opening this small chest?
It is locked tight, and this one hasn't been soaked in water. So this one it's got a small lock on it. Like, but it's a pretty strong little lock.
Any signs of a key nearby?
No, there are no
Not hanging
signs
up or
of a
anything?
key. No,
So what else do I have besides Hulk Smash?
I mean, do what you want.
You have a Warforged.
That's
You
afraid
scared
of
to go in the
water.
water?
I mean, yeah, if you get the chest, if you get the fucking smaller chest,
How
Who made
heavy
them?
is the smaller chest?
It's really not that heavy. It's only like it's probably 8 pounds. I mean,
I've-
it's solid wood, and it's got bandings of metal on it, and it's
Yeah.
got metal clawed feet. It's decent. It's a beautiful little chest, quite frankly. Like I said, it would have been used for like, important documents to be delivered to dignitaries and stuff like that.
So my guy would attach the bow to like the side of his bag.
Oh, you're good, buddy.
Like I would try and secure it.
Yeah, you could easily try to lash it to your bag or something like that as you wade through the water back over to. You take the
And-
much shorter route of walking through the water
Yeah.
to your gnome friend.
Yeah. And I also have I guess I would try. No, I don't want to do that. Because the sheaths are all destroyed. I don't want to just
No, you're good,
dangle
buddy.
swords randomly and then risk them cutting into my leg.
No, you're good. No, you're fine.
Yeah, I would try and attach them to like to the outside of my bag, like with this, with some string or with the
You have
like
rope.
yeah, with the rope.
Yeah, you just lash it to the side of your bag essentially.
And then I would.
So as you're inspecting this chest, you see as Tibbs walks over and he just kind of grabs it and is looking at it.
No, I didn't grab the box that he was looking at. I was
Oh,
just
the
walked over
sword,
to the gnome guy.
the bow and the knives. You were lashing
Yeah.
to your bag. Okay, I misunderstood
Yeah.
what you said. Sorry.
I
So,
was
Pro,
lashing
you're
to the gnome
still
guy.
you're still looking at this small chest. It's like I said, it's about 6 pounds. So
Hulk
it's
smash.
you're gonna try to smash it.
Why not?
Okay. Roll a strength check.
17.
17. So Tibbers, you
I
turn
smashed the
around. You turn around as you see this gnome, fucking both hands, and smash down on this small chest, this ornate small chest that's sitting in front of him. He hits it really fucking hard, and it goes right through the rotted box it was sitting on. Like it comically so, it just kind of punches a perfect square, and it's now who knows where.
I mean, it's in the chest underneath of it.
Yeah, the chest that you don't know what's inside of it. So you're just I'm assuming you Hulk smash it, both hands, it goes through, and then you're just kind of like staring at the hole that you just created.
This
Pretty much.
fuck.
Yeah.
No
And then
worky
you look-
worky.
Look over at Tibbers. So you see him put this perfect, beautiful, ornate box straight through another
Just gonna hold
box.
the mace behind my back like I didn't do anything.
Just hiding this like. Oops.
Was it me?
My guy, how rotted is that box?
Oh, it's
Like,
decently rotted, and there's nothing sitting on top of it.
My guy will grab the top of the box and try and like pull it open more, just so I can try and get to that
So
box.
you're gonna like kind of grab where the hole is now and try to peel off.
Wait, no, I'm gonna put my leather gloves on to protect me,
It's probably a good idea.
and then do it.
I didn't even think of that.
Hex,
What's up?
I'm starting to feel like tired enough to not be able to think clearly.
Oh boy. No,
Yeah.
we'll go for another half hour or so, and we'll call it here, I guess, this week. It's gonna be a lot shorter. We missing some people, obviously, and Ghost is also feeling pretty tired, so makes sense. We started late, so this will be a short
Yeah.
one. So I apologize, everyone that's watching. But you walk over, you're putting on your leather gloves, and you grab hold of this pretty much sopping wet wood. As it comes apart like no problem. I'm not even gonna make you roll anything for it. But you do see a bunch of stuff in this chest or in this box.
So I would recover the box first and put it on another box, just to protect it, and then I would rummage around whatever else is in this box.
There's a bunch of like rusted pieces of equipment in here. There's some like rusted old boots. There's some just scraps of leather from you don't know what.
That are falling apart.
They're literally falling apart. So as you're got your head in this box and you're rummaging through this old equipment, you hear another bang from approximately where you put the box.
Like I would look up and look at Shusher.
So as you turn around and you look at Shusher again, he has put this box once again through another rotted crate. But you do find lots of like, you know, ruined rusty armor and rusty swords.
I'm just gonna drop it. It's not worth it.
No, it really wouldn't be. But you probably should walk over to the other crate.
Yep, and I rip into that one and get the box back. This time, I will put it under my left arm, and then I would pick Shusher up in my right arm and just carry both of them.
Yeah, as you pull this into this other crate, you pretty much the same thing. You notice rusted, crappy armor and scraps of leather and rusted pieces of blades and all kinds of stuff. You do, however, see 5 things down at the bottom that are shiny.
Like, I like shiny. What does the shininess is?
They are down at the bottom of this box. You're gonna have to tear into this thing more in order to get them.
My guy starts tearing into it more.
With the box under
You're
your
holding
arm?
me.
No,
And a box.
I put Shusher back down and start tearing into it.
You still have the box under your arm, though. You're not falling for this one again.
Yep, I'm not falling for this again.
That laugh. That's what changed your mind was Pro's laugh when I said that. Because he would have done it again. You know that, right? He had a DM ready.
Yeah.
So you start digging into this box more. You're pulling like pieces off the side and stuff like that to get into it. You find 2 small sapphires.
Ooh.
You find a ruby. And you find 2 small emeralds.
So, 2 sapphire.
So from what you can tell from picking these up, they were probably set into like a grip or a handle of one of the blades that are rusted
handle
away.
rotted away.
So they fell into the bottom of the box.
2 sapphire. You said 1 ruby.
1 ruby. And
2
2 small emeralds. Yeah, they're all small. They're all they're all really small. Like I said, they were probably set into a handle or a guard or something.
Yep.
This was probably someone's personal weapon that rotted away.
Yep. I would put that stuff in my bag, and then I would pick Shusher back up, and we would go to leave the basement.
So as you guys start trudging back to the what would you call it?
The ominous
stairs.
green eyes.
You bump into something, and it doesn't feel like it's wood. It almost feels like it's got metal. As a single zombie rises out of the water.
Oh shit!
Yeah, mind
Can I
you,
cast while being held?
yeah.
My guy would, in surprise, drop Shusher.
Thanks.
Sorry.
So, as you realize the zombie is slowly getting up out of the water, this is a waterlogged zombie. It's in rough shape.
Yeah.
You startle, jump backwards slightly, and forget that you have your gnome friend underneath your one arm, and you kind of panic a little bit as you drop both him and the small box under your other arm into the water.
And my guy would make ready with one of his one
Gonna
of
cast
the
Toll the Dead.
short.
You are currently prone in the water, Pro.
Fair enough. I'm gonna stand up to cast Toll of the Dead.
Nope. So, alrighty. So,
My
roll
guy would-
for initiative, guys.
Okay. Roll for
99.
D20.
So, you guys are definitely going first because I just
I
rolled
got
a
19.
I just rolled a 2 for the
14.
zombie. So, what did you roll, Pro?
19.
19. Okay, so it does go. It goes Pro.
So my turn's action would be to pick the box back up and pick the gnome back up because it'll already be dead.
Possibly. Um, well, it's a waterlogged zombie. Don't forget. That's a key bit of information. So you notice it does have a rusted, what used to be a mace. It's mostly just a stick with bits of metal jingling on it now. He's got some armor on, what you would call the tattered, rusted scrap armor. He's kind of bloated and waterlogged. Matter of fact, as soon as he starts standing up fully, he reeks. So, Pro, you are currently laying down in the water, essentially.
Is standing up a bonus action?
No, standing up is an action.
Oh, really? Can I
Yep.
just cast spell on my back then?
You can't. You're drowning, basically.
This is important. Alright, I'm gonna stand up and get behind Timbers.
Stand up and get behind Timbers. So as you stand up,
I'll just stand up. I don't want to get behind Timbers. I have the same armor Timbers has.
so you stand up, and you notice this water is probably up to like the middle of your stomach. So it's decently deep for you. It's probably up to Tibbers' knee-ish area. But yeah, you stand up. That's called a cost of action. So yeah, you stand up. You're now
That's
ready.
all I can do.
You can move. You can you can move. You can kick it.
I mean, what the fuck is? I can't kick. The water's up to
That's
my stomach.
true. You can't kick either, can you? Because
No.
you're in water. You ever try to kick in water? So yeah, you could move. You could try to climb up onto some of the drier areas if you wanted.
Nope. Just gotta wait for my turn.
Okay, Tibbers, your turn.
What would me equipping one of those swords from my backpack? Would that be an action?
That
or-
would be an action. Rummaging in your backpack to grab stuff is an action. I mean, you're carrying a crossbow, and crossbows are heavy things of wood.
Yeah. Well, I would have readied it earlier too. Remember?
Yeah, you
so,
did. You did ready it.
My guy would attempt to fire.
So yeah, this thing's only like 10 feet, less than 10 feet. You literally kicked it.
Disadvantage.
It's 5 feet in front of you, pretty much. Yeah, this is
Yeah.
with a disadvantage. But you're free to fire.
Well, I rolled a 10.
You hit.
I hit,
Yes.
and then what was my damage?
It's a
1d8 plus 2. Roll a 4.
So you quickly pull up your crossbow and pull that lever as fast as you can. You actually manage to sopping wet.
Yeah. Get another shower.
Everyone's supping wet, except for me, Engel, and Tiger.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, I made it the furthest without getting wet.
Are we going to another long rest then?
No, it wouldn't be a long rest.
Oh.
It's going to the
Okay,
next one
stream's
will just
back.
continue. But yeah,
Yeah, it's
so
Scream's back.
as you pull up your crossbow and fire, you stick this crossbow bolt. You gotta be kidding me! Now I get disconnected from the fucking server.
Alright, I'm gonna head off, so yeah, I'll see you around.
Yep.
See you.
Take it
Later.
easy. Okay. Where the fuck? There. I realized I had it in the wrong spot. So as you pull up crossbow and fire, and you pretty much do it in one action, you basically quick scope. You stick this crossbow bolt right into his rotted neck meat. It just fucking stick, and you pretty much see the other bit of the bolt coming out the other side. And it just kind of makes a and it's not happy with you. But it's not dead. That's for damn sure.
And for my bonus action, I will get another bolt ready. And
Okay.
Yep.
Okie dokie. Now it's the zombie's turn. So
This got
you
hurt.
made him angry, Tivers. He
yay!
pretty much steps forward and has that club, and he kind of just has it like a loose arm as he kind of like does this weird, almost dislocation of a shoulder overhand, big swing down at you. And that is a 15. Against your AC.
15 against my armor class, which
Yeah.
is a 14.
Okay, so he cracks you pretty much right on the shoulder with this thing. And you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage. I mean, he's basically hitting you with a stick with pieces of metal on it at this point. Like, they're
Yep.
not even... Pieces of metal really aren't even hitting you. They're... Yeah, he just claps that thing right down on your shoulder. Pro, back to you.
Okay, well, I'll now cast Toll of the Dead, which will be fun.
Okay. What does
'Cause
Toll of the
I-
Dead do?
Instantaneous 60 feet, 1d12 of damage, because he's injured, right?
He is injured now.
So it's a d12.
So 1d12 damage. Tibbers doesn't have to
Plus-
roll anything to save from it.
No, it's a single creature.
Single creature.
It's a,
Okay.
and it's a target within 60 feet.
Toll of the Dead. Okay, do me a favor and roll for hit.
19
You hit it. So roll damage.
and 16.
16.
Those are my 7.
So he gets bathed. Wait, is it necrotic damage?
I don't know what. I don't think it says necrotic damage.
I thought we looked this up last time.
I thought we did too. I don't think it was necrotic. Oh, it is necrotic. Yeah.
Okay, so he takes half damage.
Still, it's a lot.
So 18.
No, 8.
8. So yeah, it's 8. So okay. So he gets bathed in this light that you've seen it before. He used the same thing on like the multiple other creatures at this point. And it makes the zombie stumble backwards just a little bit. Actually, it makes him stumble back about 5 feet. And he is worse for wear. You can actually see his jaw is hanging off now. Some of the skin that was loosely on him has plopped into the water now. But he's still standing.
How much health does this thing have?
So
More than
Tibbers,
me.
back to you.
My guy would also take a couple steps back.
So you take 1 5-foot distance back, and you basically bump into all the boxes and stuff.
And I would fire again.
So he is 20 feet from you. That's still with disadvantage, right?
I believe so.
So
Please, 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 please. A 13.
you still hit.
Okay, and damage. I roll a 6.
Oh, you rolled 6. So you fire this bolt and you stick this fucking bolt right in his fucking eye. And it goes. It makes a sickening as it goes in. His whole head fucking snaps backwards. And then he rewrites himself and is looking at you. You can't really tell where he's looking because now the arrow or the bolt is obstructing his one good eye. But he is still up. And now the zombie
And my bonus action again, getting another shot ready.
is now the zombie kind of looks downwards and sees the small gnomes
Aw.
standing in the water. And he once again, in that same almost sickening like motion, almost like a swinging around a wet noodle, he fucking whips his arm forward as he that's gonna hurt.
Oh no!
No.
As he
He's got to roll with
brings
disadvantage. I mean, almost impossible to see.
as he brings that mace, well, it's mostly a stick, like I said, right down on your head. He rolled a 20. Nat 20.
Or his attack, like his chance of hitting.
Chance of hitting. He rolled a crit.
Ow.
So, we are going to roll 2 of these. So he brings that thing right down on your head, doing 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Yeah, he did 8 points of damage.
Okay. I don't like that.
But as he brings it down, it breaks the stick that he's using. Just, it probably broke his arm too, but he cracked that thing right over your head with full force.
Cool. I have 1 HP.
Back to you, Pro.
Or me?
No, it's,
No,
it's Pro.
Oh, no.
it's my turn.
Yeah.
Oh. What do I do, Tibbers?
First off, I would come back to where you're around me.
Nope, not saying anything. DM rule, can't say anything.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
You're gonna quickly just cast Cure Wounds on yourself as fast as you can just trying not to
'Cause
die.
I'm at 1 HP.
I got lucky with those rolls then, not killing you.
Yeah, I have 9 HP. and
But it
you
was
hit 8.
two. It was 2d6 plus 1 damage.
So, there you go. What is Cure Wounds? I lost it. 2d8s plus ability.
Which is your wisdom
yeah,
modifier.
in a moment.
Yeah,
Did you look
which
up
is
Poppy?
dumb. No,
Not
it's
yet.
my spell modifier, right?
Spell modifier,
My
which
spell
is your wisdom plus proficiency.
Just to give you an inkling.
Yeah,
So
For
it's like
case,
pretty much full health just in those.
16.
How much?
30.
So yeah, you're back at full health. So
That's
uh,
bullshit.
so Tibbers, you notice as he like panics and like smacks himself in the face with his hand, and you see like all of his injuries pretty much instantly heal as he panics and pretty much face palms himself to health.
And how far can I move now, considering how deep this water is?
I would say you got half speed, so 15 feet.
Half speed, 15 feet. Yeah, I'm gonna move back away from him.
Okay, so
Like you said,
as you move away from him, he does get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah, I figured.
So that is a 15.
Yeah, my armor 17.
Okay, so he doesn't have. He has like the chunk of stick left essentially, and he swings that down at you, and he misses. Obviously, he's got a bolt sticking out of his eye. He's all fucked up, and he splashes it down in that water right next to you. But he misses, and you said you move back towards Tibbers.
Yeah, I want to be kind of beside him. I don't want to be in front of him.
Okay. So yeah, you're right next. You basically run, and Tibbers, you feel this gnome basically smack into your leg as he's trying to get away from this zombie.
Okay. So my turn.
Your turn again, Tibbers.
Yeah. Once again, I fire.
You're gonna pull that fucking bolt, that thing back. Roll with disadvantage.
16.
You hit. Roll damage.
A 9 total.
So you pull up your crossbow again and get a good fucking squeeze on that thing, and you send this bolt right dead center of his forehead as you hear it sickeningly rip through his head, come out the other side, and actually clatter into the wall on the other side. As he kind of lets out a and then falls backwards, lifeless, into the water.
That's good.
The chest is still in the water, by the way. Just reminding you.
How you doing, buddy?
Absolutely fucking terrible. Somebody threw me in the goddamn water.
Yeah, you
Never
look
have a
down at
child.
this poor gnome, and he is full. Pretty much his armor is full of water up to his neck. Like, he is a sealed container, essentially. He is probably another 10 pounds in water now.
My guy would pick him up.
Actually, you're going to try to pick him up. He's now like 75 pounds. So roll a strength check.
D20, 11.
So
That's not happening.
you try to pick him up, and you're just like, between the slipperiness now of his armor, how much he weighs with full armor full of water, you can't even fucking budge him. Like, you get his feet kind of off the ground, and then your hands start to slip into like his armpits, and then he just goes right back to the ground. Like, there is no picking him up. Good news is he can help you look for the chest now.
I don't want to. I'm just gonna go pout in the corner.
You want to get out of the water first?
Hey, yep.
Okay. So you walk across this room, kind of sulking. Walk, and you make sure to kind of bump the floating zombie out of the way. He's not floating, he's covered in armor, so you kind of kick against him as you continue walking. The back of your head hoping that his arm doesn't grab you. And you step up onto that step. Do me a favor, roll a dexterity check.
Oh my god.
They're slippery!
I suffered enough.
No, you haven't.
15.
You're in my world, motherfucker. No one suffers enough. Did you say 15?
Yeah.
Okay, so you, once again, kind of slide, and you manage to brace yourself against the one wall, and you climb up onto this step as you start leaking water out of every like, joint in your armor, essentially. It's just pouring out of your clothing. It's just, you're sopping wet. Like I said, you're still probably another 5 pounds heavier.
If we were taking a long rest, I'd want to cast Destroy Water and get rid of all this water and be dry.
I mean, you could have done that at the start.
I can't cast it that big of an area.
You can't do it in like a 25 square foot room?
I don't think so.
It's 25 by 25. It's about what it is.
I think it's a 1 cubic foot, roughly.
Yeah, you can't. That would have cleared off that step, and then it would have filled right back in.
Yeah. I
You
have to
would've-
look now. What is well? 10 gallons or 5 foot cube.
Yeah, there's way more than 10 gallons in here. There's probably
Yeah.
150 gallons down here
Yeah. See.
in a
Useless.
25 square foot, 25 by 25 room.
We could take a month of taking long rests and we could get it done.
Just make a nice little hidey hole for yourselves.
It'd be
Problem-
fast to use a bucket.
So if you would have had an ability to actually destroy that much water, I would have instantly told you about the zombie. By the way, I was going through my thing, looking up what AC difficulties of zombies and stuff was. It was either gonna be a zombie or a skeleton. I couldn't figure out. Skeletons are not nearly as dangerous as zombies.
So
That's not true. There are variants of skeletons that are more dangerous than that zombie.
My guy would be going back and forth looking for the chest.
Like mage?
No, there's just types of skeletons, like agent skeletons and stuff like that, that are way more dangerous.
So my guy would be going back and forth looking for the chest.
You do find it. You remember about where you were standing, so you're not searching very far. Plus, I said the water's pretty clear. There's just detritus floating in it, and there's you
How
find
can we not
it.
see the zombie if it's clear?
I said it's pretty clear. It's not perfectly clear. Plus, remember, everything's like green with algae. He probably would have been covered in green algae. He's been laying down here for God knows how long.
Yeah. So I
We
would
should
pick
pick
the
the
chest up, and I would reclaim my disgusting arrows or bolts.
So you managed to pull the one out of his neck and the one out of his eye, but the one that clattered into the back wall has a broken shaft.
Okay, so I am now missing one bolt.
So
I have reclaimed 2. That makes
my goal
me
is about 85% recovery, by the way, on your bolts.
I have 15 left now.
So, yep, you guys start marching up as you see your guys' warforged still standing on the steps, just standing there.
Thanks for the help.
There's water. I can't. I don't want. You just start stammering, like you can tell he's actually afraid of water. He also doesn't have any long range stuff, so he couldn't help if he wanted to. Also, you guys killed it in like 8 seconds.
After almost dying.
Yes.
Don't forget, 1 turn is 6 seconds. So you guys killed that thing super fast.
We killed it in 3 turns.
Yeah.
I
You
still
killed it
almost
in
died.
you killed it in under 30 seconds.
Still almost died.
Yeah, you did almost die.
Both of us almost died. I have 3 health left.
Oh boy, I forgot that you were still injured, Tibbers. Yeah. So you guys, as you come out of the water, you see everyone standing
One
around.
moment.
You guys see everyone standing around. You guys like to do a short rest here, or would you guys like to walk back to the guild?
No, we. I'll grab the 2 people standing outside, and
Yeah.
I vote we go
We
back.
might
to
as well
the
head
guild.
back.
You guys head back to the guild. Okay, as you guys wander back through the woods, you guys are hearing all kinds of scuttering and skittering. You guys are walking back towards town, no problem. And as you guys come out of the deeper woods, you notice you're back in that large clearing. Yeah, it's just you see the town essentially, no problem. Like I said, there's still the graveyard that's right there that you guys can see. So you guys start walking back through the. You guys start walking back through the town. As I prepare the map here. You guys know the map well enough now, but
Yep.
still. You guys start walking back through the town. You guys walk past the church, past the Glen Smith Emporium, down and right back into the inn, or back into the guild hall. You guys actually see there's about 6 people in here. And once again, the centaur woman is still not here. It's probably about 1 o'clock in the afternoon now. And the lady looks kind of like leans around the thing on the counter and goes, "You guys back already?" As she notices you guys sopping wet, Tibbers limping, Um,
I'm just gonna wring out some of my clothes as
just
I
start
stare at her
wringing
like
out
a
your
horse.
clothes, and she just goes, "You guys fall in the ocean?" Like she's
Ow.
noticeably confused.
My guy's not in a talking mode. My guy's just moaning with pain.
So you
it's a
pretty much
sound.
brush her off, and you walk up the stairs back towards your room, and possibly a nice hot bath.
My guy, yeah, my guy would like not go up the stairs, but like with my one good leg, just
Just drag yourself up the stairs.
yeah.
So she just kind of looks at you now, Pro, as you're still downstairs wringing out your clothes aggressively. What happened?
We found a cellar and made bad choices.
A cellar? Was there a cellar here in town that you guys got roped into going into? Is there more
No,
rats?
We were looking for herbs in the woods.
You
There's
found a
some
cellar
ruins
in
out
the
there
woods?
from like an outpost.
She's
much older than
noticeably confused. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's deep and much older than time.
You guys explored an old ruin?
You could say that. I'm gonna walk off to the room.
Anyway, I gotta be.
Grumpily, because I'm still mad that Timbers threw me in the water.
It was an accident.
In
I
fairness,
walk the dog.
he didn't throw you. He dropped you.
Okay, again, he's still there of a child.
But either way, you guys angrily walk up the stairs, followed by everyone else, as you guys wander off to your respective rooms, and hopefully a hot shower to get whatever was floating in that water off of you. And yeah, warm up a little bit. Like I said, it's about 1 o'clock, so the day is not over by any means, so you can't really take a long rest. But I will consider this a short rest.
I will be down.
I will consider this. I'll consider this a short rest. So with that, I am going to stop it here for the day. Like I said, we've already lost 50% of our players. Tiger's having internet issues. Ghost had to go to sleep, and Angel's also having internet issues. I'm also having internet issues. So it's a lovely night of internet issues. But we did about 3 hours. That's okay. A lot less than I wish we would have done. But unfortunately, that's how the cookies crumble, unfortunately. So I do hope everyone had a good time tonight. That was fun. I enjoyed throwing a much more difficult enemy at you guys. See how you handle it.
I didn't. I want to be level 5 for the next one.
Well, I am going to give you guys something special to end this off with.
Level up?
No.
Aww.
You can only level up after long rests. But I will tell you, with your next long rest, you will get a level up.
Level 5?
No. Level 2. Level 2. So,
Do the others get a level up with us, or are they screwed? 'cause they didn't help with
everyone
zombie?
levels up at the same speed. So
I think
everyone
it'd be
levels
more
up.
funny if they didn't level up because they didn't fight the zombie.
No, everyone gets the same thing. It's consider it like in Pokemon with the XP shares. So I will let everyone level up because I wanted that to kind of be the gatekeep to your level was one strong enemy. So yep, with that, you guys, the next time you take a long rest, we'll level up to level 2. So don't change your character sheet yet. But if you want to make a secondary character sheet with your character at level 2, you can do that. But with that, I do thank everyone for stopping by and hanging out. I hope everyone had a good time tonight. Sorry we were missing 50% of our players. It happens, unfortunately. That's the problem with online games, unfortunately. So it happens. I will see you all next week, hopefully, with some more D&D. We are also next week going to be continuing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. I think we're right near the end, so hopefully we'll be done with that game. And once we're done with that game, we will probably be playing some other stuff. I want to start on Stalker 2. So Either way, I do hope everyone has a good rest of your night. Like I said, stay awesome. And remember the golden rule of trios is the way you want to be treated. After all, it's not that hard to do. It makes the world a better place. I hope everyone has a good rest of your night, has a good day tomorrow. Once again, I don't stream on Mondays and Tuesdays. I will be back again on Wednesday with Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. And until then, make sure the dice roll in your favor. Have a good night, everyone, and take it easy. Adios!